again with a third and medium opportunity.
3rd down and 5. Pittman has it, wants a quick screen to Nation. Nation makes the catch, 1st down yardage, and he will get across the 45 in motion. Pittman claps the hands, will drop back, looks over the middle. Now we'll throw it to DV, has his receiver. He'll make the first guy miss. Back to the initial line of scrimmage and set with an up back now as the running back and the receiver motion out wide. Krill has it, drops back, wants the out route. Graham Young jumps all over the out route.
To make the play.
Krill has it, drops back, and he rolls. There's pressure, and Tigers will get him down this time. They're going to be a sack back to the 15-yard line. Loss of 4 on the play. Back set, here comes motion inside, and he's going to move in. Now look to go outside. Krill has it, and now it looks like Will Walker and Jordan Reese are going to
tacked on a field goal at the end. Scott.
Appreciate it. Davis Harson, or actually no, Clyde Pittman, 1st down yardage as he kept cutting and then tried to cut. Tigers down by 3. Pittman has it, drops back, and looks for the squeeze. Has his receiver in Hudson as the linebacker read it and dropped into that
offensive line moving forward and just can't quite get to the next level.
Pittman has it, drops back. Has time, looks for the corner route. Ian Nation, no. Logan Blow.
I don't think that their secondary thought he could make that throw, and it shocked him.
3 receivers to the wide side of the field. Pittman has it, Reed to Flakes in the open field, cuts up the middle, he's at the 20, breaking across the tackle to about the 15-yard line. Or run the ball to the left even more so. Here comes McLean, run it left, Flakes makes a guy miss, runs through an arm tackle into the end zone from a yard out. Time to watch the Giants' Caden Creel show. 3 receivers once again, Creel has it, hits route, hello. That's coming up and makes
to pick that off, but a nice play on 1st down.
Creel has it, and quarterback draw. Deuce White wins immediately, and he's going to drag Creel down. Creel still able to fight forward, and now tight end set with 2 receivers to the near side. Check out. It's a normal 11 personnel set, and they find Ian Nation 1st down yardage. He'll get out of bounds, and in the bunch set, here comes motion by Blomeyer. Drops back is Pittman. Has his receiver, Jack Hudson, is going to get hit, and he's going to have Pittman in the gun. 1:10 left to go. Dropping back is Pittman. Got protection, got a pocket, got a post. Touchdown, Tigers. Ian Nation from 27 yards out. Perfectly placed that time by Pittman, and the Tigers lead. Tigers showing pressure. Here comes 5. It's a screen. Pete Davis able to get a hand on it, but flow from inside, and Coleman Green. Pittman in the gun. Going to give it to Flakes. Flakes, nice cut up the middle. 1st down yardage, runs over the safety. That's going to be a 1 for 2 yards. And wanting the quick hitch, got Nation. That's a nice tackle, but Nation. Trip set to the near side. It's in a bunch. Look, rolling out is Pittman. And he has his receiver, Nation, in stride at the 20. Going to be hog-tied and stays on his feet. Nice job.
Quarterback and hang on to that ball and pick up positive yardage.
Looks like they're going to put it at the 4. 2nd goal. And Flakes once again runs into the back of an offensive lineman. Keeps fighting, dives forward into the end zone. Tyler Flakes would not be denied. McLean, Ian Nation in motion. Here comes motion. That's Davis Harson. He's going to give it to Flakes. Flakes, 1st down yardage. Hello, runs over a safety. First time we've kind of seen this particular look. There goes motion for Blomeyer, and once the out route, has his receiver. Does Clyde Pittman, the senior, on across the state here in 1st round action. Harson has it. He's going to roll to the left, square up with his shoulders. Finds McLean. He's going to get hit right at the sticks. We'll see where.
4th and what do you think? 1.
4th and 1,
yep.
And go. Auburn High goes hard count, and it's going to be an offsides. And that quarter, the clock will run. Harson at the gun will hand off to DV. McLean pulls around, gets some nice blocks, and DV Williams. Here comes Auburn in motion, hand off to DV Williams, bounce it outside, and there's going to be a flag flying in. 28-17 our score. Tigers lead. Fairhope needs to find a way to steal a possession. There's your onside kick, and that's a great job by Griffin McLean.
Continues to run, which is good for Auburn.
Good for Auburn. 28-17 Tigers lead here. Inside give for Flakes, bounces outside into the open field. 20, 25, 10, touchdown Flakes from 30. Yeah. So Auburn will once again win 10 games in advance, and they will win 35-17 and go to 10-1 on the season. Fairhope falls to 8-3, a very, very game Pirates team. They were extremely well coached.
Yeah.
They showed up ready to go to work, and they showed up ready to give it everything they had, and that's exactly what this Pirates team did. Again, I thought they were going to end up being the 1 seed. This ended up feeling like a second-round matchup, not really a first-round matchup here tonight between Auburn and Fairhope. 35-17, our final score. We'll go ahead and send it to break.
Hello, Auburn High School. I'm Madison Lockhart.
And I'm Jemiah Jenkins. And you're watching Tiger TV.
Attention seniors. Seniors will need to log in with their credentials and complete the diploma name verification form using the link on SkillsUSA. Please complete the form by Wednesday, November 30th. More information can be found on SkillsUSA.
After school, ACT's tutoring, Auburn University's Honor Serve students will not visit tomorrow, Thursday, November 10th, to provide free ACT tutoring sessions for AHS students.
From AHS's Ms. Julie Eccles, the educators and training teacher, help us win the Beat Bama food drive. The last day to donate is Thursday, November 17th. Drop off your donations with AHS room 3132.
Preview Day at Southern Union State Community College on November 16th allows all high school students an opportunity to tour the SUSCC campus, meet instructors, and learn more about campus life, admissions, and financial aid. This event is completely free to attend and open to all high school grades. More information can be found on SkillsUSA.
Attention, seniors. Ms. Pearson Alsobrook, the Ball 4 representative, will be returning to AHS on Thursday, November 10th during all lunches, 11:45 a.m. until 1:50 p.m. for cap and gown orders. This will be the last time students can order in person without a late fee.
Attention students, there will be an AHS restaurant night with Makata as a fundraiser for AHS's PTO. Visit Makata for dine-in or takeout, 323 Airport Road in Auburn on Thursday, November 10th from 5 until 8:30 p.m. for a super yummy meal.
From AHS's Mr. Ben Ward, math teacher. The AHS math team will be given the AMC 1012 test after school this Thursday, November the 10th. The test is open to any AHS student. Seats are limited and pre-registration is required. In order to register, please message Mr. Ben Ward on SkillsUSA.
Attention students, as always, please remember to update the iOS on your AHS student iPad. The current iOS Apple is iOS 16.1. The steps for updating are on SkillsUSA. If you have any problems, you are more than welcome to visit the Auburn High School Library for assistance with your student iPad.
Attention AS juniors. Announcing the 23 Electric Cooperative Youth Tour. Applications are now being accepted. The Youth Tour program is for juniors and participants to receive $500 in a scholarship upon graduation. Applicants for the tour must be dependent of a Tallapoosa River Electric member. The application deadline is January 13, 2023. Any additional information can be found on SkillsUSA.
Red Ribbon Week was last week. Here are some PSAs from your fellow students.
Red Ribbon is the nation's oldest and largest drug prevention awareness campaign. It started in response to the murder of a DEA agent, Enrique Camarena, who was brutally murdered in 1985 by some drug traffickers he was investigating in Mexico. In honor to his sacrifice, the campaign started in California the same year. Enrique's high school friend created Camarena clubs and wore a red ribbon to express their oppositions to drugs, which is where the campaign became to be called the Red Ribbon Week. So, why stay drug-free? Illegal drugs can damage your heart, brain, and other organs. Some may even lead up to a heart attack, even in a teenager. It's also hard to think clearly and make good decisions while using drugs. The National Red Ribbon Week theme for 2022 is Celebrate Life, Live Drug-Free. It is a reminder that everyday Americans across the country make significant daily contributions to their communities by being the best they can be because they live drug-free. So now, it's your turn to spread the word to your friends and family. Remember, celebrate life, live drug-free.
Hey, stop what you're doing.
Why? Because it's Red Ribbon Week.
What's Red Ribbon Week? Red Ribbon Week is the nation's oldest and largest drug prevention awareness campaign.
So why does this matter? Because drug prevention is a major thing in the world.
16 million people in the U.S. struggle with illicit drug use.
Wow, that's a lot. And what's even worse is that people our age and a little older have the highest rate of abusing drugs. OMG. Red Ribbon Week teaches younger kids how bad it is to use drugs. Celebrate life, live drug-free.
I wonder what the weather is like.
Me too. Let's go check out the 5-day forecast here in the city of Auburn.
Hey Auburn High School, I'm Madison Lockhart with your high school sports.
Last Friday, Auburn High football played Fairhope at home and won with a score of 35-17. Tomorrow, Auburn will host Dothan for the second round of the playoffs. Be there to support your Tigers.
Basketball season started this past week. Boys varsity had their first win against Carver Montgomery with a score of 65-52. Tuesday night, the varsity boys defeated Brew Baker Tech 68-63 on the road to improve to 2-0 on the season.
The girls' flag football team is off to the Final Four. They will host Hoover next Tuesday at 5:30 p.m. at Doug Sanford. With the win, Auburn will head to the state championship game. Good luck.
This past weekend, both of our cross-country teams competed at the state. Our boys team came out third and our girls team second. Congrats to Max Harden and Sarah Toll for winning state individually.
That's it for your Auburn High School sports update. For more information, visit ahsmassmedia.com. And as always, you can check out our YouTube page for full broadcasts and highlights from the past sports events. Until next time, I'm Jemiah Jenkins with your sports. See you next time, Auburn High.
Ever since I can remember, I've always been in the gym playing this game I love called basketball. I like to thank God, my parents, my brother, my sister, and all my coaches, along with everyone else that has been with me on this journey. I'll be committed to Auburn University. No!
I want to thank everybody, all the coaches, my teammates, and everybody else who helped me along this journey, because I wouldn't be able to be in this position I am without you guys. I mean, for y'all to be pushing me, be on me, bring the smiles, the laughs, and everything into my life. You know, some days it be rough for me. I may not show it all the time, but y'all the best time of my day, the best part. I really thank y'all.
And we're going where again?
Auburn University.
Coach D. All right, Coach. That's all I wanted, Coach. I didn't want you to see it.
Thank you. I'm so excited. Love you, girl. I love you too.
Nah, man, just seriously, like, thank all y'all, man, for, you know, pushing her, helping her, you know, just being a great teammate to her, and I appreciate every last one of y'all, man. Like, can't wait to see every one of y'all that's gonna, you know, when y'all get y'all chance to go to school, whatever y'all go to, gonna be same joy, same happiness for y'all, man. Nothing's changed. She still got 2 years. Just enjoy the moment, keep pushing her, keep pushing each other to get better, man. Appreciate y'all.
First, I would like to thank y'all so much for coming out to support Ellie tonight. If I could have Ellie sit in the middle, parents on either side, brothers and sisters with her, whoever's going to be in the picture that we're sending to the paper. But before we get started, I'm going to turn it over to Coach Carter really quickly. But thank you very much for coming out and supporting you know, the girls that we have in our program, especially Ellie tonight. Congratulations, Ellie. Congratulations, Mom and Dad. Thank you, y'all too. Go ahead.
All right, Ellie, welcome everybody. I can't believe this day is here. It's an exciting day. It just seems like yesterday that seeing you on the junior high court with that Nike sweatband. I think just on behalf of Auburn City Schools, Auburn High School, and our athletic department and our coaching staff, some are here today. We just first want to thank you for your hard work, your dedication, taking your God-given talent to the next level, and pursuing your dream. And most importantly, just being the person off the court that you are, being first class. Parents, I know I don't have to say this, but I know you're very proud and you've done a great job. And secondly, we just want to congratulate you on this special day and taking it to the next level. We so look forward to following you at East Carolina, and we thank you for everything. What a blessing you've been to us, our program, and wish you the very best.
1, 2, 3. All right, here we go. Starting my life away.
I just want to say thanks for coming. If you're in here, I probably played with you, taught me, coached me, something. Yeah. But something like on my volleyball life. But and then obviously thank you to my family, because volleyball has been a sacrifice for not me, just me, but like my whole family. And I'm super excited to go to East Carolina. So, yep.
Hold on, AHSAA's FFA Vet Science students need your help. They're collecting items for the Safe House of Opelika. Check your Schoology for a list of items that are being collected and where the collection boxes are located.
The She AHS's Literary and Art magazine will accept general submissions all year through Friday, April 14th. They accept drawings, graphic design, photography, short stories, and poetry. If you have any questions, please email the sheet @gmail.com or contact Ms. Mushera in AHS's 1343.
Attention Spanish Club members, please remember to purchase your required 10 holiday hugs package on My School Bucks for the fall fundraiser. We will begin assembling each member's individual folder next week, and it is imperative that you pay the fee before the Wednesday, November 16th meeting. Please see a Spanish Club officer or send your Andrews if you have any questions.
The AHS Design Club is pleased to present to you brand new Amos the Dog t-shirts. These are only $10 and available to purchase on My School Bucks, or bring cash, a check made out to AHS 1344. Half of the profits will go to the Lee County Humane Society. The deadline to order is Thursday, November 10th. Here's Bianca with more information.
Whether it's on Instagram or around the school, AHS loves Amos the dog. In honor of that, Design Club has made t-shirts featuring his beloved face. Here's Mr. Cox with more information.
My name is Mr. Stinking Cox.
Okay, and what is the Amos shirt?
Okay, here's the thing. So one time a teenager said, you know what shirts would sell around here? Because we're always doing fundraisers and stuff, you know? They said, Amos, that dog, everybody loves him. And I thought, yeah, sure, everybody loves him. And then multiple, that means many teenagers were like, yes, we would give money for that shirt. If you want one, that'd be so good. They're $10. So we're not even making that much profit because we're only selling for $10. Why are you not getting one? You're crazy if you don't get one.
Amos, how do you feel about having your face on a t-shirt?
I think it's pretty cool, and I look good with my sunglasses on.
All right. And what do you think about Auburn High's environment?
I love it. I love hanging out with all the kids, talking to everybody, and the treats I get. It's so much fun.
Don't forget to purchase your AHS yearbook. The price will increase from $70 to $80 on Thursday, November 17th. Yearbooks can only be purchased at johnsons.com.
From AHS's Miss Lynette Ferguson, business accounting teacher. Please donate your clean plastic bags to DECA. The bags will be donated to the East Alabama Food Bank and used by the community market. A collection box is outside of Miss Ferguson's classroom in room 1308, and Miss Julie Eccles will have a collection box outside her room as well in classroom 3129.
From AHS's Miss Mary Beth Snyder, ACT Prep Teacher, 2022-2023 National Honor Society Officer elections are taking place. Please see the NHS Schoology page if you are interested in running for an officer position for this year. Elections will close Thursday, November 17th. Remember that this opportunity is to open for seniors who were inducted last spring. If you have any questions, please see Ms. Snyder in AHS 1109 or message her on Schoology.
From AHS's Mr. Jared Dillard and our mass media team, buy your AHS game day buttons as AHS varsity football starts their playoff run. Get your unit buttons for $2 by paying on My School Bucks. You can also still get some of the pink Beat Cancer buttons as well. Both can be bought at the link on Schoology, and you can pick which one you want when you arrive to Mr. Dillard's classroom. AHS 3126.
From AHS's Miss Randallyn Henry, art teacher. NAHS will meet after school on Thursday, November 10th. Permission forms for the AU Art Department field trip, scheduled for Wednesday, November 16th, will be distributed at meeting.
AHS has another brand new t-shirt to offer you. AHS athletic shirts are $12 and are available on My School Bucks, but students may also bring cash or check made out to AHS room 1344. The deadline to order is Thursday, November 10th.
FCCLA will meet on Thursday, November 10th in HS 3129. Students may attend the 7:45 a.m. or the 3:40 p.m. meeting.
ACE will meet Wednesday, November 30th at 3:45 p.m. in the AHS Scola.
The Latin Club will meet in AHS room 1111 on Monday, November 14th.
From AHS's Miss Audrey Welch, science teacher and Key Club sponsor. Key Club has partnered with the D1 Foundation to host a fundraiser with all proceeds going to the D1 Foundation. You may purchase and send a single stem daisy along with a note of encouragement to someone special in your life. Key Club members will be delivering flowers on campus if you would like to send a flower to a friend, teacher, peer, sibling, or guardian. Purchase daisies on My School Bucks using the link on Schoology. Please ask a Key Club member if you have questions. The deadline to order is Wednesday, November 30th.
I wonder what else is going on around the school.
Me too. Let's see our other segments.
Free app, Where's the Bus? Auburn City Schools recently introduced a way for bus riders' parents to know their assigned bus's location using the free app, Where's the Bus? To join and create an account, first go to where'sthebus.com on your browser or download the app in your app store. From there, you should be able to see a Create Account button. Next, make sure that you set your school district to Auburn City Schools. After that, you will have to fill in some student information, including their birth date and student ID. If you do not know your student's ID, it can be found under the Demographic Info section of PowerSchool. Make sure to save. Make sure that all the bus information shown is accurate. This is also the time to add a student if needed. If finished, click the Continue button. Next, you fill out the user information, including your first and last name, email, and password. And as soon as you click sign up, you'll be able to see your student's bus's location. One account is recommended to be utilized by anyone who needs access, including parents, guardians, students, grandparents, etc. If you have any questions or difficulties, email support@where'sthebus.com.
Ever since I can remember, Auburn High has always done the Beat Bama food drive, and this year is no different. Here's Ms. Eccles with more information.
Hi guys, I'm Mrs. Eccles. The Beat Bama food drive is a statewide event. It's a competition between Alabama fans and Auburn fans with hopes of addressing food insecurity, which is a huge problem in our state, especially with the rise in grocery prices. So we are collecting, everyone in the state donates food to deliver to local food pantries to serve communities. Bring us any non-perishable item. What that means is something that doesn't expire quickly. So things in a can, peanut butter, jelly, ramen noodles, any of those things that can help someone by being available to them when the grocery bill is just too high.
Donations may be dropped off in Mrs. Eccles' room 3132. And the top 3 students to bring in the most food will win a Chick-fil-A breakfast. Show your Auburn spirit by donating today.
John and Lane Kiffin are two.
Okay. What do you want?
Behind the scenes.
Oh my God. Get out of my face!
Hey, bro, you gotta fix these.
Dance right now. Do a split.
Alright, here you go. You ready? You ready? Yeah!
Oh my God! No! You missed.
Yeah. So, anyway, so like I was saying, so the trial has like his regular life.
Stupid. Drugs are bad. I hate drugs. Yeah. You're on Tiger TV.
Thank you. Do I need to say something? Follow your dreams. What?
Girl, you lying.
Follow me on Instagram.
No, cut that part. No.
1, 2.
Wait, do y'all need pictures for your book? I'll get some and send them to y'all.
We only need like junior photos.
We just need like
Sarah will
from. Don't put that in there. I'm not playing. Stop it, Dillard.
We're live.
I don't want to be in his
Hello, Dylan.
He's like recording. And that is okay. Yeah.
Well, we're gonna make sure we scripted this segment because Trey's really bad at editing things out apparently.
I'm here with.
Cal Floyd.
What's Cordy's natural hair color?
Brown, I want to say.
Treyon.
What's Cordy's natural hair color?
Purple.
Okay. What's Cordy's natural hair color?
I think dark brown.
How many times did Anivia come to school in total?
Like 20.
Cordy's natural hair color.
Cordy's?
Yes.
I don't know. Like, probably. I don't know. She kind of has her moments. So probably like black.
How many times has Anivia come to school this year?
How many times?
Yes.
I don't know. What did the truancy letter say when they ran by to your house?
How many times has Anivia come to school this year?
7. 2. 16. 2 is my guess.
Just turn around.
Our debate team has been working very hard these past few months, going out and competing in tournaments. Here's an interview with Miss Yeager to find out how they're preparing for their upcoming tournament.
So, you all have an upcoming tournament.
When is it, and how are you and your students preparing for it?
Okay, our next tournament is November the 18th and 19th. It's a Friday-Saturday tournament at Prattville High School. All of the teams in the state, the competitive programs in the state will be there. And for preparation, we are doing practice debates and some drills, mostly practice debates to make sure that students have an affirmative and a negative up and running on what are both very big topics. So on the Lincoln Douglas topic, it is resolved that China should prioritize the environment over economic growth. And on Lincoln, in public forum debate, it is resolved that, all right, class, help me out. What is the public forum?
The United States strategy of great power competition produces more benefits than seems.
Okay. The U.S. strategy of great power competition produces more benefits than harms. So there's a lot to learn about international relations and about environment and what sovereign countries should do and what moral obligations countries have. They're huge topics. So lots of independent research and practice debates.
This Friday, we celebrate the people who have dedicated their lives to serve our country. Auburn High School has a lot of veterans, whether you know it or not. So today, to get a different perspective, I went and talked to two of them.
I'm Michael Hanley, and I was in the Army.
I'm Brian Pettis. I served in the United States Navy.
How long were you in the Army?
I was there for 8 years.
4 years.
And what does Veterans Day mean to you?
To me, Veterans Day is about honoring past veterans and making sure that their service is thanked by a lot of people.
It's a day that we honor veterans, people that served, who were willing to, risk their lives and, leave their homes and to defend their country and protect the people of the United States of America.
Remember to take a second today to thank the people who have served our country in the military.
What is ACE?
ACE is the Afro-Cultural Education Club. Basically, our mission is to educate students at Auburn High and also in our community about Black culture. We do a lot of different things like host the annual Black History program. This year we put on the very first HBCU Expo. We're going to Alabama A&M University, that's in Huntsville, getting up bright and early to go. And this field trip came about because at the HBCU Expo, we had college admission counselors, and they invited us to come to their school for their open house. So while we're there, we're gonna be able to tour the campus, just learn about their culture and their school, and also there's a basketball game the students can attend.
On Saturday the 5th, the Afro-Cultural Education Club, also known as ACE, attended College Day at Alabama A&M, known as The Hill. We enjoyed the sorority strolling, the campus tour, the basketball game, the dance competition between the old school versus new school, in which I participated in, and watching and learning more about different activities that go around during the school and also getting a taste of the different majors they have in school. We really enjoyed ourselves.
That's it for today's episodes.
You can keep up with Tiger TV by searching AHS Mass Media on YouTube.
You can also keep up with our social media on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram by searching AHS Mass Media.
And you can now listen to podcasts on Spotify, Google Podcasts, Amazon Music, and Apple Podcasts by searching AHS Mass Media. More episodes will be added as time goes on.
I'm Madison Lockhart.
And I'm Jemiah Jenkins. And thanks for watching Tiger TV.
Using meth taught me everything about freedom, only not like you think. It taught me how easy it is to lose your freedom, how meth can take control until you find yourself doing whatever meth tells you to do. Before you get there, while you still can, Take a stand for yourself. If you feel yourself losing your freedom to meth, ask for help. Accept the help. It's worth it. You have the power to be truly free and be the person you want to be. I know. I'm Jan, and I'm free from meth.
If you or someone you know is struggling with meth, call 1-800-662-HELP for 24-hour free and confidential treatment referral. Learn more at samhsa.gov/meth.
Thoughts of suicide may feel impossible to overcome, but with help and support, you can find hope and meaning. Call the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline at 1-800-273-TALK to speak to a counselor, or visit suicidepreventionlifeline.org. It's free, it's confidential, it's available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And even if it feels like it, you are not alone.
Meet Norm. He lives with anxiety, but with the help of this latest innovation from Be Normal, he can be normal, just like everyone else. With the swipe of a finger, you can project happiness, confidence, machismo. Why settle for being real when you can be normal? The Normal Maker, new from Be Normal.
This item doesn't really work because there's no such thing as normal. We're all different. What we like, how our brains work. In fact, 1 in 5 of us live with mental illness. Don't filter who you are. Start by talking to someone you trust. And remember, there is no normal.
Our story was begun by someone else. Our story was often shaped by generations before them. Our story was forged and maybe even defined by the experiences of our childhood. But it doesn't need to be. You can be the author. Learn how at numberstory.org.
My name is Carly, I'm 15 years old and I am a heart recipient. I got my first heart transplant when I was 1.5 years old. I got my second heart when I was 13. When I step out on stage, I think I'm communicating with people. I would like to tell them that I want to make a change in life. Like, yeah, you can have 2 heart transplants, but that doesn't stop you from doing the things that you love. When I get my driver's license, of course I'm going to say yes to be an organ donor because I've been saved twice. So who says I can't save somebody else? It's just the beginning of a new story.
This gift of life was made possible by an organ donor. Imagine what you could make possible. Learn more and sign up as an organ, eye, and tissue donor. Go to organdonor.gov.
Eyes on the road, hands on the wheel, safely drive that automobile. Eyes on the road, hands on the wheel.
Performing on stage takes mental and physical preparation. But one thing I never thought to prepare for was cervical cancer. 91% of cervical cancers are caused by the human papillomavirus, or HPV. For many people, HPV hides inside them and they never develop symptoms. But for others, HPV links directly to cancer. My cancer almost ended my career. It almost ended me. The good news is there are vaccines that can protect you or your children from cancer. The HPV vaccine is recommended for 11 to 12-year-olds, and a catch-up vaccine may be an option for teens and young adults. Talk to your doctors. You don't want HPV hiding inside your body like HPV has been hiding inside this commercial. Did you see all of them? Go to thinkaboutthelink.org to look again and learn more. Together, we can stop cancer before it starts.
Some kids never smile. They're embarrassed by their crooked teeth. They want braces like the other kids, but their families can't afford them. Some may even try to straighten their teeth themselves. That can make everything worse. Luckily, there's Donated Orthodontic Services, a program from the American Association of Orthodontists. It helps provide orthodontic treatment to kids and teens whose families can't afford it. For kids who apply, are approved, and are matched with a volunteer orthodontist, it can be life-changing. Their treatment is in the hands of an expert, a licensed local orthodontic specialist who improves their smiles by correctly aligning teeth and jaws. Some kids think they'll never smile again, but donated orthodontic services may help them smile with confidence. To link to the application and eligibility requirements, visit aaoinfo.org.
Our story was begun by someone else. Our story was often shaped by generations before them. Our story was forged and maybe even defined by the experiences of our childhood. But it doesn't need to be. You can be the author. Learn how at numberstory.org.
Here's to the straggly ones, the lopsided ones, the first ones, the I miss my beard ones. Hey, I look good with this ones. But no way he's grown that in a week ones. The black, brown, red, and gray ones. That one. The itchy ones. The never forgotten ones. The ones grown by Dad. The ones grown for Dad. The started late ones. The absolutely filthy ones. The drawn-on ones, the finger ones, the pin ones. The I nearly didn't do it this year ones. And the yeah, why not ones. They all raise awareness, raise funds, start conversations, and save lives. Because whatever you grow will save a bro. Learn more at Movember.com.
When stress shows up, it can be hard to see. Maybe you can't sleep. Or you feel sad and you don't know why. Or maybe it's worse. Because stress can knock you down. It can hurt your health and your relationships. If you've lost a job, worry about your next meal, or have trouble making it through the day, we can help. Text STRESS to 211-211 to find a solution.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Extinction is forever. To save America's most iconic and imperiled species from extinction, we must fight for their future. Fight to save the natural lands that wildlife call home. Fight to limit pollution. Fight for smart development. Fight for their future. And fight for ours. For so goes nature, so goes us.
Eyes on the road, hands on the wheel, safely drive that automobile. Eyes on the road, hands on the wheel.
Our story was begun by someone else. Our story was often shaped by generations before them. Our story was forged and maybe even defined by the experiences of our childhood. But it doesn't need to be. You can be the author. Learn how at numberstory.org.
Adventurer, coach, chef, teacher, audience, superhero. If you're a parent, you've done it all this past year. But the one thing you may not have done is take care of yourself. And it's nearly impossible to keep everyone else full of joy if you're feeling empty. At Boys Town, we know that a parent's mental health is important too. So when it's all too much, take a break and regroup. It's a great strategy that puts things in perspective so you can deal with challenges. The review and recalibrate method of self-care helps you see what's working and what's not. Go to boystown.org/stressedout for more great self-care tips for parents. You can even download an ebook to guide you and your family through self-care strategies. Because healthy parents are key to happy families. Boys Town, saving children and healing families.
My name is Carly. I'm 15 years old and I am a heart recipient. I got my first heart transplant when I was 1.5 years old. I got my second heart when I was 13. When I step out on stage, I think I'm communicating with people. I would like to tell them that I want to make a change in life. Like, yeah, you can have 2 heart transplants, but it doesn't stop you from doing the things that you love. When I get my driver's license, of course I'm going to say yes to be an organ donor because I've been saved twice. So who says I can't save somebody else? It's just the beginning of a new story.
This gift of life was made possible by an organ donor. Imagine what you could make possible. Learn more and sign up as an organ, eye, and tissue donor. Go to organdonor.gov.
Using meth taught me everything about freedom, only not like you think. It taught me how easy it is to lose your freedom, how meth can take control until you find yourself doing whatever meth tells you to do. Before you get there, while you still can, take a stand for yourself. If you feel yourself losing your freedom to meth, ask for help. Accept the help. It's worth it. You have the power to be truly free and be the person you want to be. I know, I'm Jan, and I'm free from meth.
If you or someone you know is struggling with meth, call 1-800-662-HELP for 24-hour free and confidential treatment referral. Learn more at samhsa.gov/meth.
Performing on stage takes mental and physical preparation. But one thing I never thought to prepare for was cervical cancer. 91% of cervical cancers are caused by the human papillomavirus, or HPV. For many people, HPV hides inside them and they never develop symptoms. But for others, HPV links directly to cancer. My cancer almost ended my career. It almost ended me. The good news is there are vaccines that can protect you or your children from cancer. The HPV vaccine is recommended for 11 to 12-year-olds, and a catch-up vaccine may be an option for teens and young adults. Talk to your doctors. You don't want HPV hiding inside your body like HPV has been hiding inside this commercial. Did you see all of them? Go to thinkaboutthelink.org to look again and learn more. Together, we can stop cancer before it starts.
When stress shows up, it can be hard to see. Maybe you can't sleep, or you feel sad and you don't know why. Or maybe it's worse, because stress can knock you down. It can hurt your health and your relationships. If you've lost a job, worry about your next meal, or have trouble making it through the day, we can help. Text STRESS to 211-211 to find a solution.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I keep hearing how things are getting back to normal. Really? When am I back to normal? What is normal anyway? I can't even remember. Is this normal? Seriously? No. Was this ever normal? Please. I think this used to be normal. Then I figured out. Just stop it. So much has changed. No wonder nothing feels normal. But here I am, still standing. A brand new edition of me. This is no time to go back to anything. It's time to go forward and discover the new person I am now. I'm all in. For some great tips on finding your new normal, visit yourlifeyourvoice.org. You look familiar.
And it went all way of the teams from the Ham. Region 3 champ Hoover High took on the 4th-seeded Bob Jones out of Region 4, rolling to a 45-19 win and a second-round date against the Huskies of Hewitt-Trustful, who finished off the second seed from Region 4 with a 38-20 victory over the Florence Falcons. Separately, second-seeded Thompson, just behind Hoover in Region 3, took it to the Panthers of Huntsville. The Cats fell behind them. Strong Warrior attack and never able to get anything going. Thompson runs away with that one 34-0 behind the arm of their 8th-grade quarterback, Phenom. The Warriors will get the Rebels out of Vestavia Hills tonight. Vestavia, the 4 seed in that region, took on the Region 4 champ Austin Black Bears, and they took them to the woodshed 52-10, the final in that one. So there is your bracket for 7A. On one side, Auburn and Dothan up against the winner of Central and Enterprise. On the other hand, the Region 3 champs in the Bucks of Hoover versus the Hewitt-Trustful Huskies, and the winner of that taking on the winner of tonight's Thompson-Vestavia Hills contest. Looking outside of 7A at a couple other interesting games, it was 4th-seeded Parker High taking down 6A state powerhouse and top 5 team Clay Chalkville last week. Parker will once again be on the road as they travel up to Muscle Shoals, where they love the governor. What a big win for the Thundering Herd last week at 7-6 against one of the best teams in the state. We'll see if they can continue that Cinderella run elsewhere. Saraland, amidst some controversy this week, gets undefeated Hillcrest. A ton of storylines coming out of that one. And then finally, a couple other undefeated teams in 6A. It's Hartselle taking on Centerpoint and the fighting Rob Pates. The Hartselle Tigers 11-0 on the season. Centerpoint at 10-1. Tigers at 11-0, much like the 11-win Theodore Bobcats as well, who get Hueytown on their own turf. Finally, in 5A, I want to mention right up the road from us, it's Beauregard at 10-1. They hit the road to 11-0 UMS Wright Prep. We'll see if the Hornets can pull off the upset in that one. All those games getting underway at 7 p.m. But once again, it's 7A we're most concerned about. Auburn and Dothan gets the winner of Enterprise and Central, and then region champion Hoover up against Hewitt-Trustful gets the winner of Thompson and Vestavia Hills. That'll do it for high school football action, and that is your scoreboard update brought to you by Franklin Tire and Auto. Friendly service from Franklin East University Drive in Auburn. Just about 3 minutes to go until the start of the first half in Duck Sanford Stadium and kickoff between these two area foes. Let's go ahead and send it to break. Come right back and give you the action from Scott Bagwell and Rob Pate. We'll give you their final thoughts and kickoff. And this is Auburn Tiger football on the Auburn High School Sports Network, presented by the Orthopedic Clinic.
So you want to know what it's like to be a college student at Southern Union? I'll tell you. You get the best of both worlds. Low costs and small class sizes. Plus all the perks that come from attending a school in an ideal college setting. Get as involved on campus as you want. or buckle down and get ready to join the workforce fast. Visit suscc.edu.
The city hall.
Center and building supply.
Southern Union. Also brought to you by Jeff Coat Trent, Auburn Bank, Kia of Auburn, University Ace Hardware, and Gouge Performing Arts Center.
Welcome back to Duck Sanford Stadium. Scott Bagwell here, joined by Rob Pates. As also up here, Jack Hudden, Drew Forehand back in the Auburn Network studio. Tigers will receive, going from right to left, receiving towards the locker room, going towards the band. They're in the white helmets with the blue uniforms and the white pants. Dothan in the all-white, the Stormtrooper outfits. As Dothan is echoing something from the sideline, coming back the other way. Approaching and sending it away. Omar Mapson will take it at the goal line. Actually, it's going to go into the end zone for the touchback at Auburn High School. Take over at their own 20. Now let's look at tonight's starting lineups, brought to you by Auburn Bank, champions of you and proud to sponsor Auburn High School football. On the offensive side, quarterback will be Clyde Pittman, your running back D.V. Williams. Your tight end, Griffin McLean, Logan Blomeyer, your slot receiver, Ian Nation, Jack Hudson, your outside receivers. Left tackle, Braden Joyner. Left guard, Avery Ferris. Your center is Jalen Foster. Eric Patrick at right guard. Charles Reese is at right tackle. We'll get the starting lineups for the defense on the once that unit takes the field. Those starting lineups brought to you by Auburn Bank. Pittman in the gun. Here comes motion on the first play of the game, dropping back and wants something over the middle, looking for Nation. Underthrown, comes back. Does he make the catch? Yes, he does, right at about the 48-yard line, gain of 28 on the first play of the game.
Yeah, had Nation that came just underneath the defensive back there. He also had a guy in the flat wide open. He chose to go the ladder, makes an underthrown pass, but a great sliding catch right at the midfield A by Ian Nation.
That catch ties the single-season record for most reception in Auburn High School history, set last year by Bakari Daly. 3 straight years Auburn High School has set or tied that record. Pittman in the gun. Here comes Nation in motion. Handoff right up the middle. D.V. Williams puts his foot in the ground, and he's going to carry a defender for the last yard or two. Gain of about 9 on the first play, on the first run of the game, and that puts Auburn into Dothan territory.
Yeah, first 2 plays, Dothan has not stacked the box. They've lined up with receivers, had 6 people in the box, and that time D.V. Williams goes 7 yards before he's made contact past the line of scrimmage.
2-by-2 set here for Pittman. Pittman claps the hand, again inside zone, and that time I think Pittman is the one who's going to get credited for the tackle. On second one, it's a gain of about 1.5 yards. Should be first down yardage, and it is.
Yeah, you're exactly right. He hands the ball off, and they just got their legs tangled up, and that's what took D.V. down.
Clyde Pittman getting the formation correct as D.V. Williams moves all the way out, man-to-man look here for the Wolves as they line up basically 5 across, and now Auburn will adjust their formation to get what they want. And they'll move McLean to the outside. Blomeyer is solo on the inside. Ian Nation in the slot. D.V. Williams lined up next to Pittman, dropping back as Pittman. Pittman over the middle, looking for Ian Nation. Tries to come back to it, a little bit underthrown, incomplete. First incompletion of the night, and it's second down and 10.
Yeah, very similar to the very first play of the game. They try to get Ian Nation down that seam. He gets one-on-one coverage. That time the defensive back was in better position. It looked like it hit off one of their helmets and bounced off into the end zone.
Auburn not being
not bashful. They're taking the shots.
They like their matchup, so they're going to go deep here in the early going. Pittman in the gun, handoff, no, screen to Nation. That sets the record for it's on second down and 10. He's going to get across the 35 to the 34-yard line. Gain of about 8, third down and 2 coming.
You know, Dothan playing a lot of man-to-man early on, but it's a soft man, giving up a lot of cushion right there and showing a lot of respect for these Auburn receivers and their ability to get downfield.
Tigers face their first third down of the night, 48% on the season. 2 receivers to the short side. Here comes Nation once again, and that ends up being a little touch pass to Ian Nation. He's going to be shy of the yard to gain as Nation and D.V. Williams run into each other in the backfield, and that stymies the momentum. Fourth down and about 1 coming.
Yeah, somebody was in the wrong there, and I think it was D.V. Williams because Clyde pitches the ball forward to Ian Nation right in stride, but D.V. kind of runs into him. And that sets up the biggest play of the game thus far.
Yeah, didn't know if that was – it looked like that should have been a lead blocker situation. And I believe that Auburn's going to get a freebie as Dothan lines up in the neutral zone on 4th down and 1, first down yardage coming.
And Auburn wasn't even ready to set the ball. We had a guy in motion. Dothan just lined up all sides right there and gives Auburn the ability to move the chain.
9:28 counting left to go here in the first quarter. Tigers on their first drive, the first drive of the ball game, and have it inside the 30, right at about the 28-yard line of the Wolves. 3-by-1 sets to the wide side of the field. Griffin McLean, the solo receiver, to the near side. Pittman has it. He's going to read the end. D.V. Williams tries to bounce it outside. No, I'm incorrect completely. I saw D.V. all of a sudden stop running. That's because Clyde Pittman pulled it, and he gets 12 on the play and a first down. That play moves Auburn High School into the Byron Smokehouse Breakfast red zone.
Great read by Clyde. Got all the way to the safety before contact was made, lowered his head, and picked up about 12 on the play.
First down and 10 from about the 18. Handoff to D.V. Nice foot in the ground. He's going to race into the open field from 18 yards out, and the Tigers strike first. 6-0 Auburn High School leads.
Wow, just a sensational drive right there. Everything working. A couple of great catches by Ian Nation, and D.V. Williams gets the final call to take it in the house. Cut it right up to the middle and goes untouched into the end zone for an opening drive score. Great job by that Auburn offensive front.
13 times D.V. Williams has now found the end zone. As on to attempt the PAT is Towns Magoo. Snaps a little bit high, kick is up and on his way and good. 8:45 left to go here. Couldn't ask for a better start. 7-0 Tigers lead. We'll be back in 30 seconds. You're listening to the Auburn High School Sports Network presented by the Orthopedic Clinic.
Ladies and gentlemen, Ian Nation just broke an AHS history record on a single season reception record of 56.
make sure they are solid, and also maybe a pooch kick later on in the game if you need it, as there are 9 guys up close. And that one is going to be kicked to about the 1-yard line, and it will be a touchback, so that's where Dothan will take over. Let's take a look at tonight's starting lineups on the defensive side of the ball, brought to you by Auburn Bank, champions of you. Looking at the Auburn High School defense, it's been so good all year long. The D-line is Mark Tolan and Rico Spinks at the defensive ends, Deuce White and Jordan Reese on the interior, Clark Cleveland, Octavian Brown on the outside linebackers. Coleman Granberry is your Mike. Pete Davis, Jaden Walker, your corners. Your safeties are Andre Emilius and Graham Young. Those starting lineups, again, brought to you by Auburn Bank, champions of you. Dothan won their first drive of the game. Will have it at their own 20-yard line.
A lot of eye discipline, a lot of just unusual formations that you'll see in this game.
There it is, and it's a fake counter trap up the middle to a sweep into the open field. 45, 50, 45, 40, 30, 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown, 80 yards, no flags on the play, as right off the bat, that is number 0, Raymond Blackman. He did not play a whole lot the first time these two teams played. He strikes first. Little counter tray action up front to a buck sweep look, and just to the house after that. All linebackers look like they got out of place, and you see Blackman's special ability there.
Yeah, misdirection on the very first play, and they find a crease, and he just outruns everybody to the end zone. That kid ran for over 200 yards last week, 4 touchdowns in their win against Foley, so they're full of confidence.
As Auburn almost jumps, now Auburn might have actually jumped. The kick is up. That kick is good. Just like that, we're even. 8:30 left to go here in the first quarter, 7-7. We'll be back in 30 seconds. You're listening to the Auburn High School Sports Network, presented by the Orthopedic Clinic.
Kicking off for Dothan is number 96, Felix Farmer. D-back for Tigers is number 3, Logan Blomeyer.
Weldon works aplenty here in the first quarter. We haven't gone 4 minutes into the game. It's 7-7.
All right, Dothan just shows you they're going to fight. I mean, they've come in here and they took the punch, and then they threw one back, and now it's Auburn's turn to see if they can't counter.
And Ian Nation on the first drive had a couple of nice catches, as that one's going to be a touchback. Auburn High School will take over at their own 20. With those receptions, he becomes Auburn High School season single reception record. 3 years in a row, Auburn High School has said it. Clegg said it a couple of years ago, and then Bakari Daly said it last year, now Ian Nation.
Well, that first drive was a lot of Ian Nation. I mean, just trying to find him in matchups that were favorable to Auburn, and we'll see if they go back to that in the second drive of the game.
Pittman in the gun, claps a hand, and he's going to give it, and that time the interior for the Dothan Wolves wins that one. Coming through and making the play there is number 23, John Turner.
Yeah, Auburn trying to run off tackle to the left and just leave a man unblocked out here on the perimeter. Forces DV to cut up into the teeth of that defense, and he goes for a loss to start this drive.
2-by-2 set here for the Tigers on second down and about 12. Pittman has it, drops back, looks underneath, not there. Now he's going to have to run it, and he's got good yardage, lowers ahead, runs over a guy, runs around another guy. He's got about 16 yards, and that time Auburn wanted a screen. They covered it, and Pittman kept it, and Tigers now have first down and 10.
Yeah, heads up play right there. He saw that the Dothan had covered that well. It wasn't there, and he just takes off the green grass.
Pittman has it and is going to give it to DV. DV up the middle and is going to go across the 40 to about the 39, gain of 5, backside pressure. Kind of tripped up DV as he was waiting for those pulling guards to get there.
Yeah, and that's his specialty, his patience and ability to find the hole. Nice block, nice kick-out block that time by the puller. And DV finds the crease and gets north and south for a great first down gain.
Hudson and Blomeyer go out to the wide side of the field. Ian Nation lined up to the short side of the field. He goes in motion, and it's a counter look to D.V. Williams right up the middle. First down yardage. He's going to carry a couple of guys with him across the 50-yard line to the 49. That's going to be a gain of 10. What I have noticed, first couple of times D.V. Williams has been around a couple of people, they're going for the ball.
Going for the ball because he's shown the propensity in some big moments to put it on the ground, so he has to take care of it. And that was a nice little design right there, like you said, to counter it back. That was what Central had a lot of success against Auburn, and Auburn take a page out of their playbook.
3-by-1 set. Here comes Hudson into motion, or check that Hudson into motion. Jack, up here, I'm going to need you to change your name to Hudson so I don't get confused. Charles Reese on the false start, 1st and 15 coming.
There's a flag on the play. False start, Auburn High.
As Auburn, again, also seeing a lot in tempo, get to it. You like what you got called, go to it. Charles Reese as Jack Hudson's going to have to check out. I'm not really sure why. Oh, they're going to say because of his do-rag that he has on his head. He's got to take that off. If you can't have anything sticking out of the back of your helmet. So he will check out for a play. Marcellus Josephson checks in. Auburn High this time will go with a no play, and now D.V. Williams goes into it, and it's a keep up the middle. Auburn High School misses a block up the middle. It's going to be a gain of about 3, maybe 4 on 1st and 15. Second down and about 12 coming. Pittman on the carry.
Yeah, Auburn just trying to get more numbers in the box than Dothan. Dothan had 4 receivers lined up, or 4 defensive backs lined up over our 3 receivers to the far side. And, if we run a running back through there, then we get an extra blocker. We may have something right there just with sheer numbers.
Auburn High wanted to run power a little bit more this week. That was kind of a quarterback power right there. Here comes Nation into the motion. Now he wants to drag across. He's there as the catch, puts a foot in the ground, tries to split the defenders. He's going to get close to first down yardage. On 2nd 12, he picks up 11, and that'll bring up a 3rd down and 1.
Yeah, it was a good job of him fighting the urge to try to run to the sideline and outrun the Dothan defender. Instead of getting north and south, he probably picks up about 5 extra yards with that precision and gets Auburn in a good position here on 3rd down.
Auburn had 3rd and 2 on the first drive, and they ran into each other in the backfield. Did not get it. 3rd and 1, inside handoff to DV, and he's kind of, again, patient and gets hit in the backfield, but then strong legs and carries the defender and might have got some help from his friends. Going to be a gain of 2 in first down yardage.
Yeah, big first down, but also the type of scenario where you want to see DV say, hey, less patience right here. Let's punch that thing. Let's use our God-given ability with those big legs that he's given me and just burst through this and pick up the first down with sheer strength.
It's a quad set with McLean and 3 receivers to the left side, and now Auburn will shift as Hudson and Blomeyer go over to the right side. Nation and McLean to the left. Play action as Pittman has it, looks over the middle, looking for Hudson, has him, complete to about the 26-yard line, gain of about 12 yards on the play. You look like we got an on-fire Clyde Pittman here in the first quarter.
Yeah, he's got a lot of options, too. There's receivers running at multiple levels, running wide open, and he was able to take his pick. That time he picks Jack Hudson. He makes a great sure catch right there going to the ground.
First down yardage. Pittman has it. It's going to hand it up the middle. There's your power look. DV lowers his head, and Auburn was about a block or 2 away from squirting that one to about the 22-yard line. Gain of 4 on the play.
Yeah, Coach, I heard in his interview with you talking about, not wanting teams to be able to read tendencies. Well, we all know that he wants to run left and run into the boundary, and that's where he goes this time and gets a nice first down gain.
3:50 left to go here in the first quarter. Pittman has it, play action, RPO over the middle. McLean has it to about across the 5-yard line to the 3-4-yard line. First down yardage on the play, and that play moves Auburn High School into the Byron Smokehouse red zone. Byron Smokehouse and Auburn tradition for over 30 years. That's going to be a gain of 18 on the play to Griffin McLean.
And Dothan had a play. They had a player there, an outside linebacker unblocked off the edge, and he totally stops before he gets to Clyde Pittman. He's a step late because he just stopped on the play.
Pittman has it, inside handoff to DV. DV puts his foot in the ground, and he gets vertical. And for the second time tonight, from 3 yards out, he punches one in, and the Tigers strike back 13-7. Auburn High School leads.
Yeah, another great drive right there. I mean, just do it in every facet. Now these offensive players, they're going to walk over to the defense and say, hey, we're doing our job. Let's pick up your end of the bargain here.
Downs Magoo on to attempt the PAT. Kick is up, and that kick is good. 3:17 left to go here in the opening quarter. We're still on serve. 14-7 Tigers lead. You're listening to the Auburn High School football, or you're listening to the Auburn High School Sports Network presented by the Orthopedic Clinic.
Eyes on the road, hands on the wheel, safely drive that automobile. Eyes on the road, hands on the wheel.
Franklin Tire and Auto, East University Drive, across from CC's Pizza, and at franklinautoinc.com. The Eagles, Def Leppard.
So I would expect this to go through the end zone.
A high kick, and that will be into the end zone as we have this opportunity for the first. We've had a lot of stuff going on, but now we'll send it to Jack Hutton for a drive update. Jack.
Yeah, there you go, Scott. So 2 drives so far of 80 yards for the Tigers. This last one, Tigers pick up 4 different plays of over 10 yards. They are spreading the wealth tonight. Ian Nation, of course, a big congratulations to him setting the single-season record for receptions in a season by an Auburn High School Tiger, Scott.
And he's got an outside chance with a big night to set the yardage, as he's got over 800, and Ralph Spry is the single season at 10-17, so we'll keep up with that all night long. Dothan has it, and buck sweep action. Yeah, and again, I'm going to have to get used to seeing it. The Auburn linebacker saw it that time as coming in and making the play. It's going to be a loss. No gain on the play, second down and 10.
Well, great job by Pete Davis recognizing, being able to maintain that outside leverage as the corner on the far side, take out that outside leg and make a good open field tackle. A lot of misdirection tonight. You know, you're going to see the ball moving in lots of directions, so these guys have to maintain great eye discipline.
I feel like we've seen more motion in the first 2 plays than Enterprise even when they ran this offense. There's a lot of stuff going on. It's again in that tight single wing set in the shotgun. Blackman has it. He's going to fake and keep right up the middle. Nice job there coming up and making the play. Andrew King, 3rd down and 6 coming up.
Yeah, Andrew King coming up from the safety position. I mean, he meets him right at about 2 yards past the line of scrimmage, not allowing this Dothan team to get the numbers advantage, having those safeties up in the box, crowded around the line of scrimmage, expecting the run. That's a big safety. He's bigger than our linebackers, and he comes downhill and it just makes a great tackle with authority.
Blackman gives the calls in the huddle, as he will be the quarterback. In the gun, in that single wing set, he'll have it, and it's a straight sweep to the far side, and Auburn does a good job of penetrating, and they get people to it. It's going to be no gain on the, or it's going to be, no gain on the play. There's a stoppage down on the far side. I don't know if there's a flag on the play. I just saw the official wave his hands over his head to stop the play, or stop the clock, and now it will run. And it will be punting time nonetheless. A nice job, nice adjustment by that Tiger defense.
Yeah, Pete Davis once again comes up when it looks like that maybe Auburn's gotten outmanned. It makes a good tackle. The Dothan coaching staff thought that the way that their running back spun around, that maybe Pete Davis grabbed some face mask, but he did not. Great play, Pete Davis.
Tigers force a punt here as they break serve here in the first quarter. High punt as Ian Nation calls for the fair catch and will take it at about the 32, 33. We'll see where they'll mark it.
Great job by Ian. That was a college level punt right there. Nice height, spiraling down, and he made a good catch. Great confidence. Didn't let that thing bounce and roll into a better field position for Dothan.
I'll take it. I thought that was a favorable spot. Auburn High School gets it right at the 36-yard line. So the Tigers will now have it on offense. Pittman in the gun, play action. to Flakes, looking down the field, looking for Nation. Underthrown. Did he come back and catch it? I don't think so, yeah. He caught it off the skip. A nice play, and that one was actually pretty good coverage. I don't know where else Pittman could have thrown that one. The safety was able to close to take away an underneath throw, and nice job there by Dothan to recover. Incomplete, leaking for Nation over the top.
Yeah, it was almost a back shoulder throw on a post, and I don't know that ball skipped, Scott. I mean, that looked like it may have hit the ground, but I think he got his hand underneath it before it got to it.
Hand off to Flakes. Flakes patient but running hard. Gets close to the 40-yard line before he's driven back. That's going to set up a third down and about 6. As you're right, looking at the replay there by AHS Mass Media, good look at it. He might have called it. I don't know. That's going to be a tough play, but we had 2 officials come in immediately and call it in.
And his response was not one that he thought he had caught that pass either. So, but really, the first big third down that this offense has faced.
3rd down and 6. Pittman has it. He'll clap the hands, drop back. Here comes the blitz. Wants an out route, and seeing it was the outside backer, but just over the top of him and inside the corner, finds his receiver, Jack Hudson. 1st down yardage to the 50, gain of 10.
Yeah, good catch right over one defender in front of the other, and he takes a pop right at the end of this as he stood up. A pop that on Saturdays would have ejected a player for targeting a defenseless player, but Jack able to hang on to that ball, and man, that looked dangerous when it left the hand, but just placed perfectly by Clyde Pittman.
We'll see if Auburn's able to get a play off. Pittman tells everybody to hold up. It looks like we're going to go to the quarter. It's a good quarter for the Tigers. They get a stop after a big play on the Dothan offense, and they're 2 for 2 on the drives, and they're driving once again at the 50-yard line. 14-7 Auburn High School leads. We'll be back in 1 minute. You're listening to the Auburn High School Sports Network, presented by the Orthopedic Clinic.
Calendar of events online.
They are coached by Cameron Bohannon and Mary Beth Snyder.
TIX.
Football station. Wings 94.3.
Auburn gets it out to Flakes on 1st down and 10 across the 45 to about the 44, 43-yard line, gain of about 7 on the play.
Yeah, good job right there by Flakes, just flaring out and Clyde hitting him in stride, and Auburn picking up 7-8 on 1st down.
Tigers will move Blomeyer and Hudson once again to the left, the wide side. Ian Nation in motion. Handoff up the middle. Flakes goes around the block and now has 1st down yardage across the 40 to about the 38-yard line. And on a 2nd down and 3, pickup of about 5, 1st and 10.
Well, once again, that counter action where they hit it back and against the way that the play started, and Dothan being opportunistic, trying to rip that ball out at the end of the play, testing Tyler Flakes, and he does a good job of ball security.
Quad set, 4 receivers out to the right in an empty look. Pittman has it. He's going to drop back. Here comes a middle linebacker, and Pittman breaks contain. He goes across the line of scrimmage, now runs and dives over a safety to about the 30, the 20-yard line. That has to mark him at the 21. Gain of 17 as Dothan brought 6 on the empty set, and Pittman just outran everybody.
Great recognition by Clyde. He knows they don't have enough people to block. The back is out, and Dothan brings more people than we have, and he just runs around the defense. And then the physical guy he is, he's looking for contact downfield.
Box set, and Auburn gives it inside to Flakes. I think that might have been a pull read. Is going to be a gain of 1 to the 20-yard line. Auburn High School moves into the Byron Smokehouse Breakfast Red Zone. Byron Smokehouse, an Auburn tradition for over 30 years. 2nd and 9 coming.
Yeah, that time a backside defender is able to just chase Flakes down and goes for minimal gain.
Nation and Blomeyer to the left. Inside give once again to Flakes. Flakes right up the middle as he has himself a nice gain across the 15 to about the 13-yard line. On 2nd down and 9, a gain of about 7. And actually what that is that's old power. It's not something Auburn's run a whole lot this year. Get a bunch of down blocks, one kick block, and move around a backside guard there. And Auburn's had a lot of success with that here in the early going.
Yeah, the ability to avoid the free runner in the backfield has been a big thing for these backs and Clyde Pittman on this drive.
Flakes up the middle, keep by Pittman. Pittman has it, looking for a block, and he's going to stumble across the 5-yard line. And Jack Hudson, he was a block away from making that another touchdown. That's going to be a gain of 11 on the play. 1st down and goal from the 2-yard line for Auburn High School.
You can never fault the kid for getting north and south and not trying to run laterally. I think on that one, if he just gets to the outside of that block, he probably walks into the end zone. But Clyde never wanted to shy away from contact and puts him in great position, 1st and goal.
Wildcat set. I don't think anybody out wide knew that Pittman had it. DV has it. He's going to go up the middle. He's going to punch his way into the end zone from 2 yards out. As for the 3rd time tonight, DV Williams finds pay dirt, and Tigers lead 20-7 with 9:02 left to go here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, what you have to do now as a coaching staff is almost guard against complacency for your offensive line and your skill guys, because they've just marched the ball down the field on 3 consecutive drives, making sure that, hey, we got to maintain the same level of composure, the same level of intensity. Can't take the foot off the gas.
PAT from Best is up and good, and the Tigers lead this one 21-7. We'll be back in 30 seconds. You're listening to the Auburn High School Sports Network presented by the Orthopedic Clinic.
Eyes on the road, hands on the wheel, safely drive that automobile. Eyes on the road, hands on the wheel.
University.
AHS football on Wings 94.3, part of the Auburn Network family of stations.
Downs Magoo on to kick this one off. Tigers lead at 21-7, and 3 impressive drives for the Tigers. Here comes Dothan once again moving up to the front line. Magoo will drive that one. That one's way deep. That one hits the white in the back of the end zone. Let's send it to Jack for the drive summary. Jack, what you got?
10 plays, 64 yards after the big punt by Dothan, but the sketch back there by Ian Nation on the fair catch. Tigers drive 64 yards, 10 plays, capped off with 7 straight runs to end the drive. DB Williams finishing it off 2 yards out.
Thanks, Jack, as that drive summary was an impressive one. Also, one quick update in Auburn basketball. Tigers down to the Bulls of South Florida 15-11 in the around under 7 minutes left to go here. Davis into the gun, and this is normally a throw situation for the Wolves. Here comes motion. It's a pop pass to Blackman. Blackman trying to get outside, got himself a seam. Nice cutback, and it's going to go against the grain, close to 1st down yardage on that little pop pass sweep for the Wolves.
Yeah, they just had more bodies over there than we did, and got us the block sealed. We're able to get to our outside linebackers and get the edge. That was a nice play design, just outflanked us.
As Davis will check out, as it'll be Blackman and Thomas in the backfield once again for the Wolves. 1st down and 10 from the 30-yard line. That single wing look from the gun, 11 people inside the box. And it's just an off-tackle play right at the middle for Blackman. He's going to have 1st down yardage out to about the 45, maybe the 44. We'll see what they'll call it. Gain of about 15.
Yeah, just 2 consecutive plays of getting the ball to a really good athlete, letting him find space, and just getting body on body, and Dothan move that ball down the field here, getting close to midfield.
Dothan lines up in that single wing set. Thomas and Blackman once again in the backfield. It's going to be Blackman. He's got a jet sweep right across the front of his face. He's going to go for about 3-4 yards on first down.
Yeah, they pull one of the backs in the opposite direction, trying to, again, influence the linebackers, get them to flow in the wrong direction, see if you can't get a crease, a lane. And that time Auburn does a really good job defensively, but still a nice 4-yard pickup for Dothan on first down.
Second down and about 6 coming for Dothan. They're taking their time. This is kind of the pace that they like to go at. They'll get their play, and they'll break the huddle with between 10 and 15 seconds left. Blackman in the gun. He's the only guy back there. 3 seconds, 2 seconds. Here comes jet motion. Fake pop pass. Blackman up the middle. Tigers do a good job at the point of attack. Going to be a gain of about 2. Third down and about 4 coming.
Yeah, lots of bodies get to the ball that time. They don't respond to the jet motion. They actually are able to lift Blackman up out off of his feet and pick up very minimal here. Big third down, 3rd and 4.
Third down. Dothan 0 for 1 on the day. Davis will come into the game at quarterback. Carter Davis, the senior. Single wing set once again. Play action pass over the middle of the field has his receiver over the middle for the first down yardage, finding number 2, Jalen Corbett, the receiver. And on a big third down and about 4, it's a first down and 10 as Dothan goes across the 45 to about the 43-yard line.
Yeah, just a quick little hook route, just got beyond the linebackers, inside of the safeties, in front of the safeties, and delivered a nice throw to keep the chains moving.
Davis stays in the game at quarterback. He's by himself in that shotgun set. He's going to fake it one way, hand it off to another back going the other way. Tigers see that one. It's going to be no gain on the play as that handoff went to 19, Zachary Walker. No gain on the play, second down.
Try to run the reverse right there, and that play, it just hits a little bit different when it goes to 0. I mean, he's hitting the holes with much more authority and has a much just a bigger build, top end speed. Has been the workhorse for them early in this football game, and he's the guy that hurt Auburn on the long touchdown run.
Blackman will go out to the right, split out by himself. Also splitting out is number 9, Brandon Hornsby. Here comes Blackman in motion. Davis will have it. Pop pass to Blackman, makes one guy miss, cuts back as Graham Young forces Blackman to cut upfield across the 40 to about the 39. Gain of 4, third down and 6 coming. This feels like 4-down territory for the Wolves.
Yeah, it does. And this is about individual effort for Auburn defensively, because Dothan has bodies for just about every play design that they're calling. They've got a hat on a hat. And it's about guys for Auburn being able to get off of the block, make an open field tackle, and run to the football, all 11 guys.
The ball is now on the far hash from the Dothan sideline. Carter Davis had to run over, get the play, and then sprint back to the huddle. And now with 5 seconds, they're trying to get split. That is a long time with a lot of motion. Here comes Blackman in motion as Dothan will go hard count as we'll see what it is. There was a false start in the middle, but it will be ruled a timeout by Dothan. We'll take it with them. Dothan calls the first timeout of the game. 21-7 Tigers lead with 4.5 left to go in the second quarter. We'll be back in 30 seconds. You're listening to the Auburn High School Sports Network presented by the Orthopedic Clinic.
Fans, mark your calendars for Tuesday, November the 15th at 5:30 p.m. as your Auburn High flag football team will play the Hoover Buccaneers in the Final Four here at the Dot. We would love to fill the stands and cheer on our Auburn High flag football team. It is third down.
2 receivers to the right, a split receiver to this side, and there will be an offsides, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 1. Jack, you got some scores real quick?
Yes, I do, Scott. So, looking on the other side of the bracket from Auburn right now, Central on top of Enterprise 14-8. Auburn needs an Enterprise win to host next week. If not, they go to Central. Elsewhere, Hoover on top of Hewitt-Truss with 14-0 second quarter. Vestavia Hills leading Tom. And then over at Neville Arena, it is South Florida leading Auburn basketball 20-16 under 4 timeout first half, Scott.
Thanks, Jack. The 3rd down and 1 after the offside, that is a painful penalty on 3rd down and 6.
No doubt about it.
Thomas and Blackman in the gun. Blackman will have it, and it's just a straight sweep right, and they got enough guys out there. Emilius able to shoot it. Andre does, and he's going to make the tackle. He might have been the only guy that had a chance to. Across the 30 to about the 28-yard line, gain of 6.
Yeah, blockers than we had bodies. In fact, their quarterback that lined up on that play became a lead blocker. He didn't block anybody because there was no one out there to get.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's what Dothan loves to do. They'll put those 2 backs, and in the true system, they'll kind of block for each other, but this has turned into Thomas blocking for Blackman because Blackman's just that good. Blackman in the gun. Got Thomas next to him along with 2 up backs, and it's a little underneath reverse right up the middle. 1st down yardage, close to 1st down yardage. It's going to be about a gain of 9 on the play. Zachary Walker on the carry. As that's a play that we saw Enterprise run a whole bunch.
Yeah, that time we had a guy there. We had Clark Cleveland that was available to make that play for maybe 2 or 3 yard gain, and the running back that time for Dothan was able to skirt away from him, get north and south, and pick up 9 on 1st down.
The other thing is Dothan's able to start to lead this clock. If they score and there's not a lot of time left, they have set themselves up in a good spot because they get the ball at the start of the 2nd half. Blackman and Thomas next to each other in the gun. Thomas has it now right up the middle. Check that different running back. It's going to be 1st down yardage, as that one was Tamarian Peterson, a 6'1", 185 junior, as he has 1st down yardage to about the 11-yard line, 1st and 10, just outside the 10.
Yeah, he does a good job of keeping his feet moving and picking up an extra 5 yards when I think Auburn defensively thought he was going to go down. So just showing a lot of patience, and Dothan, like you said, leading the clock, running the football, testing Auburn on the perimeter, testing Auburn in between the tackles, and really having a nice drive here.
2:40 and counting left to go here in the 2nd quarter. Auburn High School wants a timeout, and they'll finally get it as Auburn wants a timeout. It just feels like it just get resettled situation. 1st and 10, Dothan from the 11. We come back, we'll have that situation. Auburn High School leads 20-7. We'll be back in 21-7. We'll be back in 30 seconds. You're listening to the Auburn High School Sports Network, presented by the Orthopedic Clinic.
Frankie. Sports 94.3.
2.5 left to go here in the first half. Auburn High School leads this one 21-7, but Dothan has had a very impressive drive here. And they have started at their own 20-yard line. They've had the punt, or they punted in the last one, but they have moved the ball very efficiently here on this one. First down and 10 from the 11. Thomas and Blackman in the gun next to each other. Blackman has it. He's going to play action. Now he's going to follow that fake right up the middle. He's going to carry a couple of guys as he into the end zone. We're not sure.
Flag.
There is a flag on the near side. It might be on all sides. Let's see what the call is. It's going to be an illegal formation on Dothan.
Wow, huge call right there because he ran that ball down to the goal line. Dothan much more physical than I recall them being early in the season, and just really knocking Auburn off the ball on this drive.
First down and 15 from the 16. Can get a first down. Looks like inside of the 1 yard line can the Wolves. 2:12 and counting left to go here in the second quarter. Blackman in the play now up the middle, makes one guy miss, but cannot make Mark Tolan miss. That's going to be a loss of 1 on the play. Second down coming.
Yeah, Rico Spink shot through first from one side, defensive end, and is able to kind of slow the running back down, and he leads him right into Mark Tolan. And both of them combined to bring down Blackman for a tackle for loss.
Auburn rotating D lineman and safety. Basically, everybody that's going to have to bang around outside of the linebackers. Those 3 guys will pretty much be in there all game long.
And Dothan kind of taking their time now, second down. They don't want to give Auburn this ball back, and we'll see what they do here on the second down.
My guess is after this down, you'll see Auburn call a timeout. Explosive offense, got an opportunity to put points on the board if they can get it back. 2 seconds, 1 second left to go. Dothan's going to have to call a timeout of their own to save 5 yards. 1:15 left to go here in the second quarter. We'll take this one with them. We'll be back in 30 seconds. You're listening to the Auburn High School Sports Network presented by the Orthopedic Clinic. $1:15 left to go here in the first half. Tigers lead 21-7. A big second down and 17 just outside of the 17-yard line. It is not goal to go. It is as Dothan can get a first down inside the 1 yard line. But a penalty and then a tackle for a loss has put Dothan way behind the chains. This smells of reverse, draw, screen, something. Fakes the reverse. Blackman has it around right in, and he's going to run into the end zone. Fake the reverse and run it off tackle and get what you want on that one. And it's a 17-yard touchdown run for Blackman, and the Tigers' lead cut to 21-13.
Yeah, he showed a lot of patience on that. Man, a body for body out there. He can set up the blockers really well. We talked about number 1 for them, Octavius Thomas, not having anybody to block, and that time he was the lead blocker. Did a really good job.
Something happened as we have trainers. Oh no, there is an Auburn defender down over there, and trainers are running over there. I want to see what happened, because my guess is he ended up going against the brick, and I think that's Jaden Walker that's down on the far sideline.
Yeah, I think that was the lead block that Octavius Thomas was throwing. He was pushing him out of bounds. He may have just continued on all the way to the wall over there.
Right in front of the Dothan student section.
You know, if you're Dothan, you couldn't ask for more on that drive. You bled the clock. You don't leave Auburn with much. You did it all on the ground, and you took up a lot of that second quarter, and you end with putting the ball into the end zone, and then you're going to turn around and get the ball to start the second half.
It's about a 7-minute drive there for Dothan.
Yep, lots of third down conversions, and just stuck with doing what they do well.
And my thing there is, if you're Auburn, you feel like you need to go after it right here. Like you need to try to score before the halftime.
I agree. You want to try to steal a possession. You've got 1:08. You've got 2 timeouts to work with. They've got a really good kicker, so he hasn't given us any opportunities to try to return one. But Auburn has shown the ability to put the ball in the air and have some success. See if we can't.
It is Jaden Walker that's walking, and looks like he's holding his shoulder. And the other thing is might have been with the wet turf, might have been pushed, and he lands right out of bounds, and his momentum's going that way, and he can't slow himself down as he smacks up against the brick wall. $1:08 left to go here in the first half. Jaden Walker gets off the field.
This is a physical team to play
Yeah.
if you're a guy in the secondary. You know, you're used to being a guy that runs with receivers, bats down passes, and now you're having to come up and be a run force guy. Totally different type of ball game for a guy like Jaden Walker.
Kick is on his way. The extra point is up, and that kick is good. 1:08 left to go here. It's a 7-point game, 21-14 Tigers lead. We'll be back in 30 seconds. You're listening to the Auburn High School Sports Network presented by the Orthopedic Clinic.
Your Auburn High Tigers up 21, Dothan 14. Kicking off for Dothan is number 87, Mason Road. Deep for the Tigers, number 3, Logan Blomeyer.
This one, Auburn will have it at the 6-yard line, coming right up the middle. Now trying to get to the outside is Nation. Nation at the 20, 25, and he's going to be run out of bounds and hit as he just got out of bounds. Nothing late about it. Tigers will take over at about the 27, 28-yard line.
Kind of an awkward tackle right there. I'm watching Ian as he's walking back, and he's got a little limp as he's trying to get his leg back underneath him the way that he came down right there. That was a weird way to fall. I don't think he knew that somebody was on his back there.
Tigers will take over at the 28-yard line. They do have good field goal kickers, so they don't need to score an end or get a touchdown to get points, but still got some yards to go. Pittman has it, drops back, wants a quick throw, has McLean, first down. Has good yardage on first down, gain of about 8 on first down and 10. Down 1 or 2, just nice, easy throw. If they're going to give you that much, you can just throw that one all the way down the field.
And they have. I mean, they've shown pretty much every drive that they're giving a lot of cushion. They've played a lot of man. They respect what Auburn does downfield. Auburn's taking shots, and they've backed them up. But that's a great way to start your opening play of this drive.
McLean will move. Receiver on, drop back, max protection. Wants an out and up to Hudson. A little bit overthrown as the pressure, I think, sped Pittman up a little bit. I think he might have had that half a second that he needed.
Yeah, it was a great play design. Jack runs a little out and then takes it up, and the defensive back had just enough on him to mess up the timing of that play. Jack just couldn't get to it.
Yeah, Auburn's run that comeback a lot the last couple of weeks, and so there's a little bit of self-scouting there. Pittman has it, claps a hand, drop back. Auburn once again looking for an easy route, and McLean has his catch, and he's going to be hit right on the kneecaps. First down yardage. I forgot that was a 3rd down and 2 play call, as Auburn High School will go to about the 43-yard line first down. And Auburn's got to go here.
Just hanging on to that ball right there.
Pittman in the gun. Will drop back now. Tigers 7-man protection, looking down the field for Nation, trying to come back to it. A little bit of contact, not going to be called, as Auburn High is not happy with that one. Ian Nation was the only one who knew where the ball was. I think if he starts his motion to come back a little bit earlier, then you're going to get that flag.
Yeah, I agree. I just think he didn't come back hard enough for that ball. I don't think he thought he could have gotten through the defender, and because of that, the officials didn't give him the benefit of the doubt. Auburn trying to take a shot right there as the play clock or the game clock had gotten under 30 seconds.
The other thing is, I think Pittman got hit on the throw, so a little bit underthrown there. 28.1 seconds left to go. Tigers have it 2nd down and 10 at their own 43-yard line. Pittman has it, drops back, looking for a screen, has the screen up the middle. It's Blomeyer. First down yardage, working to the near side, makes the guy miss across the 40-yard line. And Auburn High has 2 timeouts. We'll see what Auburn High wants to do. They're at the 39-yard line. Bring in a new football. That's going to help. Let them get set up. That's great coaching there. And Auburn High School will now get ready to clock it. Pittman has it. He will clock it with 17.3 left to go.
Well, what happened was when Blomeyer caught the ball, he tried to throw it to the official over here on the side. He overthrew it. The ball went over his head, and that's why they couldn't get the ball back.
Fantastic. No, that was designed that way.
Heads up, Logan. Heads up. That a boy.
Great play call there on the screen, especially because you look off on your running back. Ian Nation's on a go route to get people out of the way, and great catch and run there by Logan Blomeyer.
Good call, too. Middle of the field, wide open.
Pittman has it, claps a hand, play action, drops back, and wants Blomeyer once again. He'll go up and make the catch. They're saying he is inbound. Call your timeout. 9.9 left to go. You got 2 timeouts. Call one. Auburn High is going to call clock. Now call your timeout. You got 2 of them, and now you give yourselves an opportunity to throw the ball into the end zone. So a nice play, gain of 21 on the play as that play moves Auburn High School inside the Byron Smokehouse Red Zone. Brian Smokehouse Breakfast, an Auburn tradition for over 30 years.
And, a really good job by the Auburn offensive line because Dothan can pin their ears back. They know that Auburn's going to throw the ball in these situations, and they bring a lot of pressure right there, and they stand tall. They give Clyde plenty of time, and he finds the open receiver, and a good job by Blomeyer tiptoeing down that sideline. I thought he got out of bounds right there, Scott, and that clock would have stopped, but the referee says keep it going, and Auburn's forced to have to take a timeout before any time goes off the
with
clock.
9 seconds, you don't need more than 1. You can take a shot here, you call your timeout, and get your field goal unit onto the field. I did see an update from Phoenix City. 17-8, Red Devils lead that one.
Well, Auburn with just a really good job right here. Clyde Pittman, that offensive front, these receivers, done a good job to get themselves in scoring position.
Maybe a little one-on-one ball here as Auburn High School is in an empty set, and that's going to be an offside, so move it up 5 yards.
At this point, I don't know that that's even beneficial. I mean, it just condenses how much room you have to work with. If you're a receiver, it limits it. It's going to make the window a little tighter for the quarterback to have to throw the ball into, going into the end zone somewhere right here. So not really a penalty that hurts Dothan that much.
Also a too high look here from Dothan, and Dothan's going to call a timeout. They look a little bit off on what they wanted. They called their last timeout. 21-14 our score here. 9.9 left to go here. The Tigers will have it on the first down from the 13-yard line, 1st and 5. They have an opportunity to take a shot into the end zone. The other thing is tell your quarterback, hey, we got 9 seconds. Reed's not there. Chunk it.
Yeah.
We're not really worried about if you see him, you throw it and he gets tackled, we'll call the timeout. But what we can't have is an extended play here of scrambling or anything like that.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, you go to your play and you live to see another day. You've got 2 field goal kickers perfectly capable of putting points on the board right here. And, you just want to come out of here with some momentum and points because, again, Dothan, great drive right there that they had, and they'll get the ball to start the second half. Auburn defensively have a lot to work on. You want to be able right here offensively, see if you can't punch this thing in, but at the minimum walk away with an opportunity to put 3 on the board.
Yep, and Tigers have their Ian Nation, a solo receiver left. Griffin McLean is your tight end, also aligned to the left. Pittman and D.B. Williams having a conversation in the backfield. Here comes Blomeyer on motion, and it's going to be a run. It's going to be a fake run to Clyde Pittman up the middle. Tigers will call a timeout with 4.5 left to go here. As Auburn decides to see if maybe they can bust one up the middle, as that was a fake jet, fake to TV, running up the middle with Pittman to about the 7-yard line, which is close to first down yardage.
I don't think from the reaction of the players that the expectation was they were setting up for a field goal right there. I mean,
no,
that was we think we might catch them off guard. The middle of the field's going to be open. They're going to be caught man-to-man coverage. I think they thought they would double up on Ian Nation right there and be able to walk one in. And Dothan was heads up, able to get him on the ground, and they're going to force the field goal here.
So Auburn will kick it.
I really think the penalty ended up working towards Dothan's benefit because they had some time to talk about what they wanted to do, and it condensed what Auburn had to work with to throw the ball into the end zone, knowing they had to.
T will be down at the 14-yard line. 24-yard kick coming for Will Best. Kick is up. That kick is no good. Left it out to the right, and that'll be the end of the first half. Tigers drive it down, get a field goal opportunity, but miss it, and Auburn will go to the half with a 7-point lead. On the other side of this break, Well, the halftime report brought to you by the Orthopedic Clinic. Tigers lead by 7. You're listening to the Auburn High School Sports Network presented by the Orthopedic Clinic.
Teamwork.
Using meth taught me everything about freedom, only not like you think. It taught me how easy it is to lose your freedom, how meth can take control until you find yourself doing whatever meth tells you to do. Before you get there, while you still can, take a stand for yourself. If you feel yourself losing your freedom to meth, ask for help. Accept the help. It's worth it. You have the power to be truly free and be the person you want to be. I know, I'm Jan, and I'm free from meth.
If you or someone you know is struggling with meth, call 1-800-662-HELP for 24-hour free and confidential treatment referral. Learn more at samhsa.gov/meth.
Thoughts of suicide may feel impossible to overcome, but with help and support, you can find hope and meaning. Call the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline at 1-800-273-TALK to speak to a counselor, or visit suicidepreventionlifeline.org. It's free, it's confidential, it's available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And even if it feels like it, you're not alone.
Hello and welcome to AHS Halftime. I'm your host, Max Moses, and I'm joined by my co-host, Levi Benefield. And boy, do we have a track meet of a game so far. Auburn is currently winning 21-14 at the half over Dothan. And some quick scores across the state. Obviously, it is the Elite 8 and 7A football playoffs, so there are currently 8 teams and 4 matchups currently battling to get to that Final Four in the 7A playoffs. Currently, number 1 in the state, Hoover, is currently winning 7-0 at home over number 5, Hewitt-Trussville, late in the second quarter. A lot of people thought that would be a pretty tough challenge for Hoover, and it is so far. You know, Hewitt, last time I checked, they're about to score. And then Central just scored over Enterprise. They're currently up 24-8. Late in the second quarter. Looks like Auburn might be playing the Red Devils if they win here tonight against Dothan. And then I hear the state champs, the reigning state champs, are having a bit of trouble at home.
Oh yeah, they sure are. Number 10 Vestavia Hill is currently beating number 3 Thompson 3-0 late in the second quarter.
Yeah, that would be huge because obviously they've won the last 2 state championships. 2 years ago they beat Auburn actually in the state championship. So if they lose that, they're out. That's going to be big news. And then some key highlights from this first half of our game. Ian Nation actually has broken the receptions record. He broke it in the first quarter on his second catch of the game. So far he's having a pretty good game. He has like 6 catches. So he is just raising the stakes on that record. But also an interesting fact, Auburn actually has set a new single season reception record each of the last 3 seasons. So some great wide receiving talent is coming out of Auburn High School. And then also Auburn, you know, they started really fast. They scored on the first 3 drives that they had. You know, and D.B. Williams has actually been the benefactor of all those drives. He scored 3 rushing touchdowns, having a great game. And then Dothan also scored on their very first play on the field on offense. They scored an 80-yard touchdown run by their QB. But on defense, obviously, they've allowed Auburn to score 3 times as well. And they scored late in the second quarter to make it 21-14, and that's where we stand right now. What are some positive things for both of these teams in this first half?
Some positives from Dothan, they're really doing well in the run game, and they're kind of slowing down Auburn, so they're not scoring immediately. But from Auburn, they're scored on every drive except that last one.
Yeah, and then I'd say like some negatives also. Dothan, like you said, their defense has allowed Auburn to score on every drive except that late missed field goal in the second quarter. And then negatives for Auburn, obviously that first 80-yard touchdown run by the Dothan QB to start off the game. But since then, I'd say Auburn's been pretty solid. Obviously allowed a touchdown with about a minute to go in the second quarter. But other than that, this is going the way I think Auburn wants it to. Auburn has been able to barely get stopped on offense. And then Dothan, on the other hand, they've already been stopped once. And so, yeah, I think that is a very positive outlook for Auburn in the second half. And then what would you say the keys are on defense for both these teams looking forward to that second half?
For honestly, both of them, it's just the same thing. They really need to slow down and stop the other team.
Yeah, true words from Levi right there. And I'd say on offense, for both these teams, the offense is the key so far for this game. Like I said, this game has been a track meet so far, 21-14, 35 total points scored in the first half. And I don't think either of them are going to be slowing down. So on Dothan, you need to keep scoring because your defense, it just isn't it. It just isn't it. They don't look like they're going to be stopping Auburn anytime soon. And then on Auburn's side, it's the same. They got to keep scoring. And that brings us to the second half prediction. Who do you think is going to come out of here with a victory, and how will they do it in the second half?
I believe Auburn's going to win, but just barely, because both teams, they're toe-to-toe right now.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. I mean, I feel like it's either the first team to 35 points or the first team with 3 or 4 defensive stops in this game. Yeah. So far, both teams won. I would say wins this game. But that's going to do it for AHS Halftime. I hope you enjoyed from me and my co-host, Levi Benefield. We hope you enjoy the second half of Auburn versus Dothan.
Here's to the straggly ones, the lopsided ones, the first ones, the I miss my beard ones. But hey, I look good with this ones. But no way he's grown that in a week ones. The black, brown, red, and gray ones. That one. The itchy ones. The never forgotten ones. The ones grown by Dad. The ones grown for Dad. The started late ones. The absolutely filthy ones. The drawn-on ones. The finger ones. The pin ones. The I nearly didn't do it this year ones. And the yeah, why not ones. They all raise awareness, raise funds, start conversations, and save lives. Because whatever you grow will save a bro. Learn more at Movember.com.
Adventurer, coach, chef, teacher, audience, superhero. If you're a parent, you've done it all this past year. But the one thing you may not have done is take care of yourself. And it's nearly impossible to keep everyone else full of joy if you're feeling empty. At Boys Town, we know that a parent's mental health is important too. So when it's all too much, take a break and regroup. It's a great strategy that puts things in perspective so you can deal with challenges. The review and recalibrate method of self-care helps you see what's working and what's not. Go to boystown.org/stressedout for more great self-care tips for parents. You can even download an ebook to guide you and your family through self-care strategies. Because healthy parents are key to happy families. Boys Town, saving children and healing families.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of Dr. Kristen Herring, Superintendent of Auburn City Schools, Dr. Shannon Pignato, Principal of Auburn High School, and Director of Bands, Miss Deanna Marshall, we present the award-winning Auburn High School Marching Band. The band is under the field direction of drum majors Cole Brady, Julie Griffin, Ella Stackhouse, and Hannah Herring. Drum majors, is the band ready? Tonight, in honor of Veterans Day, the Auburn High School Marching Band would like to take time to recognize the men and women who have made the commitment to serve our country in the armed forces. Tonight, we celebrate these individuals' patriotism, love of country, and willingness to serve with the playing of our military branch's service songs. If you are a current or retired member of the armed forces, we ask that your branch's song is played, that you stand and be recognized. The flags for the various branches of the military are presented by the Auburn High School JROTC. Thank you all for your sacrifice and dedication to our country. The United States Army. The United States Navy. The United States Coast Guard. The United States Marine Corps. The United States Air Force. Let's have all of our ladies and gentlemen, the Auburn High School Marching Band. Band staff includes Sean Geiger, Joshua Wine, and Ken Chenier. Percussion instructors are Gregory Stringer and Jordan God. Auxiliary instructors are Emma Vaders and Michelle Bloom. The AHS Marching Band wants to encourage you to visit our concession stands this evening, run by the Auburn Band Parents Association. All proceeds from the concession stand goes to support the band programs at East Sanford School, Auburn Junior High, and Auburn High School.
Here's to the straggly ones, the lopsided ones, the first ones, the I miss my beard ones. But hey, I look good with this ones. But no way he's grown that in a week ones. The black, brown, red, and gray ones. The, that one. The itchy ones. The never forgotten ones. The ones grown by Dad. The ones grown for Dad. The started late ones. The absolutely filthy ones. The drawn-on ones. The finger ones. The pin ones. The I nearly didn't do it this year ones. And the yeah, why not ones. They all raise awareness, raise funds, start conversations, and save lives. Because whatever you grow will save a bro. Learn more at Movember.com.
Extinction is forever. To save America's most iconic and imperiled species from extinction, we must fight for their future. Fight to save the natural lands that wildlife call home. Fight to limit pollution. Fight for smart development. Fight for their future. And fight for ours. For so goes nature, so goes us.
Using meth taught me everything about freedom, only not like you think. It taught me how easy it is to lose your freedom, how meth can take control until you find yourself doing whatever meth tells you to do. Before you get there, while you still can, take a stand for yourself. If you feel yourself losing your freedom to meth, ask for help. Accept the help. It's worth it. You have the power to be truly free and be the person you want to be. I know. I'm Jan, and I'm free from meth.
If you or someone you know is struggling with meth, call 1-800-662-HELP for 24-hour free and confidential treatment referral. Learn more at samhsa.gov/meth.
Performing on stage takes mental and physical preparation. But one thing I never thought to prepare for was cervical cancer. 91% of cervical cancers are caused by the human papillomavirus, or HPV. For many people, HPV hides inside them and they never develop symptoms. But for others, HPV links directly to cancer. My cancer almost ended my career. It almost ended me. The good news is there are vaccines that can protect you or your children from cancer. The HPV vaccine is recommended for 11 to 12-year-olds, and a catch-up vaccine may be an option for teens and young adults. Talk to your doctors. You don't want HPV hiding inside your body like HPV has been hiding inside this commercial. Did you see all of them? Go to thinkaboutthelink.org to look again and learn more. Together, we can stop cancer before it starts.
So, I keep hearing how things are getting back to normal. Really? When am I back to normal? What is normal anyway? I can't even remember. Is this normal? Seriously? No. Was this ever normal? Please. I think this used to be normal. Then I figured out. Just stop it. So much has changed. No wonder nothing feels normal. But here I am, still standing. A brand new edition of me. This is no time to go back to anything. It's time to go forward and discover the new person I am now. I'm all in. For some great tips on finding your new normal, visit yourlifeyourvoice.org. You look familiar.
Performing on stage takes mental and physical preparation. But one thing I never thought to prepare for was cervical cancer. 91% of cervical cancers are caused by the human papillomavirus, or HPV. For many people, HPV hides inside them and they never develop symptoms. But for others, HPV links directly to cancer. My cancer almost ended my career. It almost ended me. The good news is there are vaccines.
Up in the Auburn Network studio, Drew Forehand is back in the Auburn, Jack Hudden is up here with us. Drew Forehand is back in the Auburn Network studio. Again, your halftime report was brought to you by the Orthopedic Clinic, East Alabama's go-to center for orthopedic care, with locations in Auburn and Opelika to better serve you online at theorthoclinic.com. Auburn will be kicking off towards the locker room here to start, and this is a massive drive. Tigers lead by 7, 21-14 is our score, and Auburn High School would love to get a stop and set the momentum and get the ball back and a chance to extend this out to 2 scores.
Yeah, we'll see what type of adjustments that this defense made. Well, we'll know right off the bat if what they've done to try to get improvement to stop this Dothan rushing attack.
Towns kicks that one almost to McAllister's, and that'll be a touchback, and Dothan will take over at the 20 once again. 3 drives for Dothan. They've been at the 20-yard line to start both times, or all 3 times, rather. And talking with the defensive staff, they said outside contain. That's the issue that they focused on the most right now, is they're not setting the edge like they should.
And Coach also talked to Jack in the halftime interview about having some injuries. One of them was to the corner over there with Jaden Walker, so Auburn personnel looks a little bit different to start the second half.
Andre Emilius moves to corner. Andrew King comes in at safety now for the Tigers. A little bit inside trap there right off a quarterback sweep look. Gain of about 5 on the play. There is stoppage from the officials. I'm not sure why.
Because 56 helmet.
Okay, there it is.
He tried to hide it too. He tried to do a slick job there. Tried to pop it back on real quick, but the line judge got it.
Gain of 5 on the play. That'll bring up a 2nd down and 5.
Yeah, it's just tough. That's a tough play design where the flow is going one way and then all of a sudden it's reversing on you. And not only is it reversing on you, but multiple lead blockers coming around the corner.
Yeah, you got to have 2 spillers there almost. Again, Thomas and Blackman in the gun. And this is going to be, no, it's not Thomas. It's coming around the side. That's Peters, I believe, or Peterson, rather, running behind Blackman. The loss of about 2, 3rd down and 7.
That time Coleman Granberry does a great job of filling the hole, being inside out, meeting the ball carrier right as he crossed the line of scrimmage, and he goes unblocked on that play. Recognition was the key, and he got himself in position to make an outstanding play.
3rd down and long here for the Wolves. Their previous 3rd downs, it's been 6. They missed that one. They hit the 4-yarder. And it was a 3rd down and 1 after a 3rd down and 6, and Auburn jumped off sides.
Yeah.
This one's going to be a legal substitution on the Wolves. They had too many guys in the huddle, so now it'll be a 3rd down and about 12.
Huge penalty right there for a team that likes to run for it, not really having that advantage, that luxury right here on their side of the field. Last time we were in a 3rd and 6, Auburn lined up off sides and gave Dothan a freebie, so good break there for Auburn.
3rd down, Davis in the gun. This is a throwing quarterback, jet motion. Davis has it, drops back, and wants the post route. Pete Davis in coverage, and he was stride for stride with Blackman there. Incomplete, punting time, a great stop by. This defense is actually coming off the field. One of the defensive linemen that went in there to try to stop it was Braden Joyner.
Yeah, that's interesting. You know, that's the guy that is going to create the biggest push for Auburn, and the coaches give him props as he comes off the field. Auburn, you know, really in that last drive, they just got out physical by Dothan, and you know, they want to make sure that's not how you start the second half. And Braden Joyner will walk down and join his offensive counterparts. Auburn should get really good field position to start this first drive of the second half.
The punt is away, and it's a shank. It's not a good one at all. Auburn will get away, and they will have great field position. In fact, their best field position of the night. That should be back around the 30. See whether they'll mark it right at the 32-yard line.
Yep, right off the right side of his foot, and it barely got past the yardage needed to get a first down. Auburn with just an incredible field position right here. They have driven the ball, haven't been stopped to this point. Need to see if we can't put 7 on the board with this field position.
Yeah, the only time that Auburn did not score a touchdown, the time got them more than the Dothan defense, and it ended up being a missed field goal. Here comes motion, and it's an inside handoff. That's Flakes trying to bounce outside. He's going to run hard, get to about the 30-yard line, gain of 2, maybe 3.
Tried to bounce that over the left-hand side. I'm glad to see Ian Nation full throttle right there in his fake motion as he comes across the formation, because I thought he may have gotten banged up a little bit the way he was tackled awkwardly in the first half.
Check that. That was DV Williams on the carry as he there was a little bit more at the line of scrimmage there from DV on that carry. Again, he's a very patient runner. Sometimes that's one of his strengths and a weakness. There goes Blomeyer in motion, and now we'll go back across the formation. Play action to Williams, rolling out is Pittman. Has his tight end over the middle of the field, gets his hands to it. We'll see what is it called a catch or is it called incomplete? And there we'll call it a catch out to about the 20, inside the 20 to the 17-yard line. Gain of about 13, and that play moves Auburn High School into the Byron Smokehouse red zone. Byron Smokehouse, an Auburn tradition for over 30 years. That's an amazing catch by Griffin.
It was great catch, sliding backside drag route, and does a good job to get the first down.
DV Williams has it. Middle linebacker comes free there, and it's a gain of about 1, maybe 2.
Well, at that time, Jalen Foster does an outstanding job blocking his guy, probably 10 yards downfield. Gets a great push at that left guard position. Or actually, he's at the center position.
Tigers will flip their tight end and slot receiver. Jack Hudson with Griffin McLean down on the near side. Inside give to DV. DV patient, lowers his head across the 10 to the 5, carrying a couple of defenders down to about the 3-yard line. Gain of 12 on 2nd down and 8, and it's a 1st and goal.
And that's the positive DV with the patience there. And that's the legs churning. He gets Avery Ferris coming in, pushing from behind. He probably carries Dothan for 3, 4, 5 yards right there, and sets up Auburn right at the 3-yard line, 1st and goal.
Here comes Ian Nation in motion. He's going to catch a pop pass, and it's going to be a 3-yard touchdown reception for Ian Nation for the 8:12 left to go here in the 3rd quarter. Tigers now lead 27-14.
Oh, and a great block right there on the edge from DV Williams. If you watch him lead around the corner, and as this guy comes to try, he just pancakes it. Does an outstanding job, and you like to see that from a running back.
Fantastic block, as you're right, by DV. He had that linebacker lined up and just hit him right between the numbers. Magoo on to attempt the PAT. The kick is up, and that kick is good. 8:12 left to go here. Tigers get a stop and they get a score. We'll be back in 30 seconds. Tigers lead by 14. You're listening to the Auburn High School Sports Network presented by the Orthopedic Clinic.
Hello, this is Coach Trent.
Eyes on the road, hands on the wheel, safely drive that automobile. Eyes on the road, hands on the wheel.
Time of need, Jeffcoat Trent Funeral Home and Crematory.
Classic hits and Auburn High School football. Wings 94-3.
Big time start to the half there for the Tigers. They get a stop on defense, a 3-and-out, and they turn it into a touchdown on the other side and leave this one now 28-14. Magoo will approach, and he'll send that one way deep. That one lands about 9 yards deep, and that's where Dothan will take over once again at the 20-yard line. Jack, what was that drive?
That drive was 5 plays, 32 yards, capped off by the big pop pass. 3 yards out, from 3 yards out, the pass completes to Ian Nation. Ian with his 5th catch on the night as he extends his record, Scott.
Thank you, Jack. That's his 10th touchdown reception on the year and is 4th all-time in single-season Auburn High School history.
Yeah, he's had a great season and having a really big game tonight.
Davis into the gun. You feel like you're a stop and a score away from putting Dothan just out of comfort. Blackman trying to get to the outside. Nice job there by the Tigers to set the edge on that one. No gain on the play. Second down coming.
Well, there was something formationally that the Auburn coaching staff picked up because they were pointing. Dothan was going to the right side on a sweep on that play. So Auburn identified either formation or personnel grouping to kind of know what Dothan has planned here, and Auburn executed that defensive perfect.
Dothan taking their time in the huddle, and they will now break it with 10 seconds. Back in that single wing set. And it's just at a belly right up the middle with the quarterback. A couple of fake handoffs. Blackman keeps it right up the middle. Gain of about 3, third down coming. And Braden Joyner will check into the game on third down.
Yeah, they faked the reverse two different directions, and the quarterback pirouettes and just goes right over center. Good job there by Will Walker from his defensive tackle position of being right there to make the play.
Third down and about 7. Well, third down and about 6. Something happened as delay? No, not a delay. I guess it was too many.
Yeah, too many men in the
huddle.
Yeah. Second drive in a row on third down that Dothan's been called for having too many men in the huddle, and is going to put them behind the sticks. I mean, this isn't the offense that is built for that.
No.
Last time they just went best athlete, see if we can throw a jump ball or outrun you. Third and 11, I would expect something similar.
Yeah, it's almost like last time it was third down and about 7 illegal and too many in the huddle. Same thing here. Davis will have it, play action, looking over the middle of the field, almost picked 4 players right there in the middle of the field. It looked like they were trying to find number 2, Corbett, and he ran the slant, and then it wasn't there that he took off again. Actually, I don't know, that looked like a miscommunication. It looked like it was just a stick nod play, and that the quarterback throws the stick.
Yeah, Pete Davis put his left hand on it, and then it hit who was that? Graham Young. It hit him in the face mask, and lucky that Graham was there. That ball almost ricocheted right to the receiver that was running the go route after the slant. But good job once again, Auburn defensively getting off the football field. Bobbled
punter. Yeah, punter struggles with the snap. Ian Nation ranging over there to it. It's going to bounce and run away from it, and Auburn High School will take over right at the 35-yard line as Auburn High gets a couple of stops on defense.
And that's what Coach Etheridge called for. We got to stop these guys. And so far, starting the second half, 2 for 2, no first downs for Dothan. Dothan has shot themselves in the foot with some penalties to make it more difficult for them. But good job for Auburn stopping that run.
See what Auburn wants to do here. They've been really, really good on offense all night tonight. DV Williams back in the gun next to Clyde Pittman. 3-receiver set here. Pittman claps the hands. Inside zone. DV's going to, no, it's going to be Pittman on the keep. It's going to be a gain of about 5. Second down, and actually give them 4 on the play. Second down, about 6.
It's kind of a pick your poison with this Auburn offense. I mean, Auburn has shown that they want to be balanced, run the ball and throw it. But, you know, Fairhope came in last week and said, hey, if you're going to beat us, you got to throw it.
Stoppage on the play, as I'm not sure what exactly is going on. Now we're ready to go. Nobody subbed off, nothing like that.
Dothan, for the most part, has tried to play with 5 men in the box and 6 men this time.
Well, action rollout, wanting a quick throw, has Blomeyer. He's going to get thrown out of bounds right about the 45-yard line, close to first down yardage, gain of 5 on the play.
Yeah, they're playing predominantly 6 men in the box, and it's just opening up a lot of room for Auburn offensively to be able to rush the football.
The first time these two teams played, first down there, 1st and 10, Auburn High School ran the ball for about 7 yards a clip. Now, with that said, they went 12 of 23 for 278 yards.
Yeah.
So it was a lot of success no matter what. Looking for a screen, Ian Nation into the open field. At the 45, coming to the near side, makes one guy miss. Stiff arm, going to be dragged out of bounds at about the 40-yard line. And a nice play there by Auburn, gain of 14 on the play and a first down.
Yeah, that play was wide open, and the offensive line did a great job of peeling back and getting those defenders that had overrun the play. And then I saw Coach Etheridge come down the sideline and kind of get in Ian's ear a little bit. I don't know if he wanted him to get more north and south on that, or if he was just telling him, hey, great job leading catch receiver in the history of Auburn in a single season.
2-by-2 set. DV Williams up the middle. He's going to put his foot in the ground and get north and south. Cross the 40 to about the 38. Gain of 3 on that one. Yeah, he's had himself a heck of a year. Over 60 catches, 10 touchdowns now on the season. Close to 900 yards, if not over 900 on the season.
Very sure-handed. This is an entire receiving core, very sure-handed.
Play action, pump, going over the top. Ian Nation wide open at the 15, 10, 5. Give them 6. Touchdown, Tigers from 38 yards out. A little play action inside, pump the bubble, and then throw it downtown to your best receiver. Tigers lead 34-14.
Yep, just beautiful execution. Auburn hasn't taken many deep shots down the sideline, and that time it was just a little stop and go. Clyde got the pump fake. They've played a lot of man-to-man tonight, and that time it hurts them. Ian Nation able to get behind the corner, and perfect delivery from Clyde Pittman to extend this lead.
Second touchdown on the night for Ian Nation. Will Best on to attempt the PAT. Kick is up. That kick is good. 4:48 left to go here. Tigers now lead by 3 touchdowns. We'll be back in 30 seconds. You're listening to the Auburn High School Sports Network, presented by the Orthopedic Clinic.
Extinction is forever. To save America's most iconic and imperiled species from extinction, we must fight for their future. Fight to save the natural lands that wildlife call home. Fight to limit pollution. Fight for smart development. Fight for their future. And fight for ours. For so goes nature, so goes us.
Here, Wings 94.3.
4:48 left to go here in the third quarter. Tigers have opened up a 21-point lead. It was a 7-point game at half. Defense has played well here in the start of the third quarter. Offense has continued to turn out the points and the yards, and Auburn leads this one 35-14 as that one is into the back of the end zone. Jack, what was that drive?
All right, Scott, 4 plays, 62 yards go the Tigers. The big play, the Clyde Pittman toss to Ian Nation from 38 yards out. Ian Nation already the single season receptions leader and now 84 yards away from tying and then eventually trying to overtake that yardage record, Scott.
Thanks, Jack, as he's at 933 yards and he needs 10-17. Also, he has 11 touchdowns, which ties him for third all-time on the season single list behind Bakari Daly, who had 11 last year. Carter Davis in the gun for Dothan. He wants to go route to the near side to Blackman. Lays out incomplete. Almost made a heck of a catch there was Blackman. Pete Davis stride for stride with him.
That was really a good throw there by their quarterback, Carter Davis. He put it in a place where only Zero had the opportunity to catch it. And, you wonder now with them being down 3 touchdowns, do they get away from what they've been doing? Do we see this quarterback stay in and then try to throw the ball more? I think that would be Auburn's advantage. Auburn is going to compete much better against that type of traditional offense than the misdirection and the power that we've seen from Dothan up to this point.
Well, the other thing is that puts this offense in a pass pro situation. That's not something they do well. Jet motion, a little pop pass by Peterson. He tries to put his foot in the ground, get north and south. Nothing there. Loss of about 3, maybe 4 on the play. Again, another offensive lineman loses his helmet.
Yeah, and again, that was Will Walker just shedding a block as the guy tries to cut up the gut, and Will Walker is able to get there and end that play for no gain. It's a great play by him.
Flag on the play. Let's see what the call is. They are facing Auburn, so it's going to be a personal foul face mask. There's a reason that guy's helmet came off.
I don't think that was on the tackle. That must have been.
I think that was when on the hands to the face on the offensive lineman who lost the helmet. So that's going to be first down at the 35-yard line now.
Yeah, I saw it. It was up at the top of the play. Caleb Pitts had a handful of face mask and did just kind of rip that helmet right off of the Dothan right tackle.
4:20 and counting left to go here in the third quarter. Tigers lead by 21. It's kind of like Fine Waldo. Where's Zero? They're in a different Wildcat set. And timeout coming for Dothan, and they want to make sure they have something right as immediately coaches start going to talk to receivers. 4:08 left to go here in the third quarter. We'll take this timeout with them. Auburn leads 35-14. We'll be back in 30 seconds. You're listening to the Auburn High School Sports Network presented by the Orthopedic Clinic.
Ben?
Looks like Thompson has finally scored against Vestavia. They lead that game 7-3. As a fantastic jump by Auburn High School mass media, being able to get us live shots from different games across the state. Jet motion, fake the jet, and then Auburn High School did not fall for it, going backwards and losing his helmet was Clark Cleveland. Blackman was the carrier, and he's going to lose a handful of yards, and Clark Cleveland will have to step off the will have to jog off.
Well, Clark Cleveland, though, is going to want to show that. That's a play that you show your grandkids right there. I mean, he stepped into the hole and just took the best athlete out here on the field and made a form tackle. As his helmet pops off, he still drives him back and is on the bottom of that pile. He gets up and runs off, and Scott Gould loved it, gave him a high five.
Empty set here for the Wolves. Davis has it, drops back, and it's just a throw to the go on the far side, incomplete. As that's not an overly high percentage throw. Incomplete, third down and 14 coming. Here's your big difference in the two halves so far. Your third downs for Dothan in the first half were 6 yards, 4 yards, and 1 yard. So far, 12 yards, 12 yards, 14 yards.
Yep, you're right. Second down, just doing a good job of stopping the run. We're putting them in tough positions. They were able to just really be more physical in the first half and have their way, setting up good third down opportunities to keep the chains moving. And that script has been flipped here in the second half.
7 blockers in for Davis. He's going to have it and drop back once again, and now throw the post to the near side and had him, but overthrown as looking for Corbett, incomplete, and it's punting time.
Their passing game, I mean, it's all or nothing. I mean, there's not a lot of we're going to run some crossers or we're going to, have some combination routes that we're going to try to zone flood you or anything like that. It is we're going to just see if we can outrun you and beat you deep. And this Auburn secondary is doing a good job of staying with those guys.
Also kind of tough for the quarterback. Hey, sit on the sideline, come in and hand the ball off, and then or just take 3 steps and chunk it. High punt, spiraling kick is going to drive Ian Nation back over the shoulder catch, and he has no blockers and now losing yards and is going to be tackled at about the 10-yard line. We'll see if they'll ever give him forward progress. I don't know that he ever got forward progress. He just kept going backwards. Auburn High will take over at the 11, their worst field position of the night.
Yeah, take over at the 11, and Davis Harson also is going to check in, it looks like, to play quarterback this drive. This will be his first opportunity to come in and lead this offense. Clyde Pittman, this offense, they have just sailed through this game. Everything that they've tried to do has been outstanding, and we'll see if quarterback number 2 can come in and keep that going.
6 drives, 5 touchdowns. The only touchdown on the only drive that doesn't go for a touchdown was the one right before the half where Auburn missed a field goal. Davis Harson in the gun. Next to him is Flakes. Flakes up the middle is going to have it. Now looks to bounce outside. He's going to be tackled from behind. Nice run on first down to out across the 15 to about the 16. Second down and about 5.
Yeah, always, kind of less patience from Tyler compared to DV, but hits the hole hard, runs hard, protects the ball, and on first down you pick up 5. I mean, that's perfection.
Here comes motion from Nation. He's going to catch it on the pop pass, get vertical across the 20 to the 25, and will get hit out of bounds. Nice yardage there. On the pass completion from Davis Harson out across the 25 to about the 28, gain of 12.
Good perimeter blocking. That time it's Flakes, who we just talked about getting the ball last carry, and kind of his rushing ability. That time is able to show that he's not afraid to get out there and block a linebacker and spring his counterpart, Ian Nation, for a big first down game.
2:44 left to go here in the third quarter. Harson in the gun, folding around as Avery Ferris, and following him right behind him is Tyler Flakes. Old school power play, gain of 8.
Yeah, just, this isn't a undersized Dothan defensive front or defense at all. I mean, it's a good-looking group that Auburn offensively has just really handled really well tonight. Big running lanes, and running backs are finishing the play. That time, Tyler Flakes is able to kind of carry a couple of defenders for a couple of yards. So just a great job overall by this Auburn offense.
Gain of 11 on the play. Sorry, gain of 9 on the play as Flakes has it once again. I was thinking in my mind that Auburn's goes 12 personnel. I said gain of 11. That's not what happened. Gain of about 5 on that one as Flakes just makes a couple of guys miss out across the 40-yard line to the 38.
Yeah, had a free runner that he eludes in the backfield. Then he's able to have a guy downfield that he's able to stiff arm and get to the perimeter. And just running tough, has good vision, and finishes that run well.
As Auburn, now they're in no hurry to they've been in rhythm and everything all game long, but now they're in no hurry to get things going. When you're able to run it, take your time and bleed the clock a little bit, give Dothan a little bit of their own medicine. 2 tight end set, Flakes up the middle. He's going to go vertical right outside the outside linebacker, give him a free ride for about 6 yards after contact, gain of 11 on first down and 10. It's another first down and 10 for the Tigers.
Yeah, those outside defenders are coming in, and they're trying to wrap their arms around the ball, trying to see if they can't jar one loose, and the Auburn running backs are taking full advantage of it and sending those guys about 5-6 yards down the field.
Again, Auburn will get the signal from the bench, and they will take their time kind of getting set. 53 seconds and counting left to go here in the third quarter. Tigers still in a 2 tight end set. Play action, Harson rolls right and looking for the throwback wide open. Flakes has it at the 30. 25, cuts back, makes a guy miss at the 10. 5, tackled, no, down at the 2-yard line. Great play design. Flakes is going to go all the way down to the 2-yard line, gain of 45 on the play.
That was a beautifully designed play. I mean, it just executed to perfection, and you know, nothing but green grass down there. It looks like somebody's injured.
One of the DBs for Dothan,
okay.
yeah.
I thought Ian Nation did a good job of not getting any kind of crackback block or, you know, something silly like we saw last week with Fairhope when they had a kid that bust one open and they ended up with a block in the back. But just a great play call right there to get Tyler Flakes open and loose down the middle of the field.
Well, you knew it was coming. He's already getting some grief from some of his players or some of his teammates for not being able to find a way to get that one into the end zone when he caught it with nobody around him.
Oh, yeah. No, they expected him to be able to outrun him, and I think he probably could have. He had to elude number 7, who made a good play out there in open space to make him cut back and give the rest of the Dothan defense an opportunity to get him down.
As Auburn, let's see, looks like Auburn's going to say, we're going to the 4th. And because the clock does not set to 25, it sets to 40, Auburn's going to go to the 4th. And we'll go to the 4th with them. It was a dominant third quarter by Auburn High School as they extend their lead by 2 touchdowns. It is now 35-14, and an opportunity to punch one in and make it 42-14. We'll be back in 1 minute. You're listening to the Auburn High School Sports Network presented by the Orthopedic Clinic.
That is the end of the third quarter. Your Auburn High Tigers 35, Dothan 14.
The Auburn Network family of stations.
Harson in the gun with Flakes next to him. Harson claps a hand, give to Flakes. Flakes is going to bounce back to his left and over the goal line into the end zone from 2 yards out. The Tigers on the first play of the fourth quarter have made it 41-14.
That counter play has worked all night. Just to cut back against the grain. We've got the tight end that's coming across the formation to kick anything out. McLean actually had no one to block there, and the defender naturally just widened, and we're able to just walk in for a touchdown. Great drive.
Magoo on to attempt the PAT. Kick is up, and that kick is good. 11:57 left to go here. Tigers lead 42-14. We're going to keep it here and send it to Jack for some scores. Jack, what do you got?
All right, Scott. So first of all, that drive, that goes 7 plays, 89 yards. The Tigers go, of course, the big one. Tyler Flakes, Davis Harson hooks up with Tyler Flakes 45 yards out, and then the 2-yard touchdown run. Very quickly to run through some scores in 7A football. We've got Central still on top of Enterprise 24-8. Still a 2-score game. Hoover big over Hewitt Trust right now, 28-3. And finally, Vestavia Hills still on top of Thompson, 3-0.
7-3. We can see
7-3.
Right
Thompson just scored. Oh, okay.
7-6. Vestavia. So
looks like we're a little bit behind with that. All right. Well,
yeah,
there you go. 7-6. Thompson on top of Vestavia Hills.
Had the ball inside the 35-yard line going in. Thompson's defense is legit. Their offense at the moment has been a struggle basically all year long.
But all these teams up there can smell a little bit of blood in the water. You know, they're trying to get their best shot at Thompson right now.
As that one once again will be kicked into the end zone as Auburn High School, I think, has been perfect on touchback. Jack, what you got?
Yeah, I got one more. So this is for you, Rob. Center Point staying in the game against undefeated Hartselle, 23-14, third quarter.
Who's
right
winning?
now? It is Hartselle on
Hartselle,
right now.
Hartselle has scored 23 straight points because it was 14-0
Wow,
Center
how
Point.
about that? Well, it's hanging around is Center Point, though.
Need a play. Tigers lead this one 42-14. This is the score the first time these two teams played. Totally different. And you said it at the break. The first time they played, Dothan scored because of two fluke plays. They've driven the ball a couple of times. And now with that said, here in the second half, this defense has had the answer for this offense.
Yeah, I don't know what the adjustment has been, but it's obvious. That play right there was the opening play that Dothan ran for an 80-yard touchdown to start this game on their first drive. And that time Auburn's there for about a 2-yard gain. I don't know if it's eye discipline. I don't know if there were guys that weren't spilling blocks, missed tackles. Maybe it's a combination of all of that. But definitely a better effort second half defensively for Auburn.
Blackman gets 2 on that one. As Dothan will line up in that single wing set. Play action. It was a fake inside give. Follow the runner right up the middle. Gain of about 1 on the play. It's going to bring up a 3rd down and 7.
I hate that Jaden Walker was injured in that first half, but personnel with him out of the game, we actually got bigger out in the secondary with Emilius out here. We're able to bring some bigger safeties in, and I think that's been a little beneficial against a physical team that we're having to use some secondary guys as run fits.
3rd down and 7. It says another 3rd down for Dothan here in the half, and another distance 3rd down. Little off-tackle play from a sweep action. It's going to be a gain of about 3 or 4. No first down, so Dothan will have a decision to make here on 4th down at about 3.
Look like they're
going to send the punt team out. 10 minutes left to go here in the 4th quarter. Auburn leads 14, and feels like Dothan a little bit is waving the flag here in a 4-touchdown game. Some thoughts here as this game, as Logan Blomeyer will go out. Interesting to me, in 6A, your defending state champion is out. Clay Chalkfield got beat last week. 7A, Thompson has a 1-point lead. In 5A, Pike Road, as that's a high punt, and Logan Blomeyer will take it. And no fair catch. He wants to return it. He looks to get vertical, breaks 1 tackle, and then will be tackled across the 45 at about the 46-yard line. Maybe even the 47. A nice return there by Logan Blomeyer. But you look in 6A, Clay Chalkfield out. Pike Road, who was in 5A and won 5A last year, they're now in 6A. And they're still in the playoffs. They're playing at Homewood this week. Also in 4A, the defending state champion Viger is now in 5A. So you'll have a lot of new champions throughout the classifications this year. 2-by-2 set, Harson in the gun. Inside give up the middle, almost popped it off tackle. There was D.V. Williams. He's going to get a gain of about 7 or so on the carry.
Yeah, he saw the hole and opened up, and he shot right through it. Defensive lineman was just one defensive lineman away from taking that one all the way to the house.
Tigers will line up as Silas Mason is into the game at tight end. They'll line up with 3 receivers to the near side. Marcellus Josephson into the game as well. Arson into the gun. And off to DV. DV bounces outside. Now looks to get a block. Gibson Lowridge trying to get him a block. A little bit of an RPO there. He had a 5-yard out. And as he runs his out, turns the head around, he sees DV running right at him. You got to try to go get a block.
Yeah, but again, you can just speak to the dominance of the Auburn offensive front because DV never got touched until he got pushed out of bounds. He didn't have a defender lay a finger on him. That's just you got to give a lot of props to guys that are making the way. They're doing a really good job up front tonight.
Big gain on that one to the 33-yard line. Larson in the gun. It's a handoff to DV. That time defensive end. 1 across the tight end's face. It's going to be a loss of about 1, maybe 2.
Yeah, you saw it. Just the backside tight end's able to cross right in front of the tight end. They lined up to the right, and he just disrupted that play before it ever got started. It's a good job by the defensive end over there from Dothan.
D.V. Williams runs to the sideline. Now he'll go in and call the play, as he's still a running back. He was just the one that went and got the play call from the offensive coordinator, Will Wagner. 2 tight ends set here for the Tigers. McKinnell and Mason are your tight ends. Inside give to DV, back up the middle. Breaks 1 tackle across the 25 to the 24, and that's going to be a gain of 10 on 2nd down and 12, 3rd down and short coming.
Yeah, once again, just getting up the field and, man, just great blocking, good vision, and puts Auburn right in position for a 3rd and manageable right here to keep the sticks moving, maintain possession of the ball, maintain possession of the clock.
5th 3rd down the Tigers have faced at this point. Their first one they missed. Since then, they have been 100%. Mason will now line up once again off to the left. Williams in the gun next to Harsin. Inside give is DV. DV makes 1 guy miss, a 2nd guy miss, a 3rd guy miss, and then runs over a 4th and a 5th across the 20-yard line to the 18. An impressive 6-yard gain there by DV Williams.
It sure was, because it looked like he was going to run for minimal gain. He saw an alley that he had to go sideways to get through, and he just started bouncing off of Dothan defenders and carrying some, running with a lot of power.
For the 7th time, Auburn High School moves into the Byron Smokehouse Breakfast Red Zone. Byron Smokehouse, an Auburn tradition for over 30 years. Auburn has scored in the previous 6 trips 5 touchdowns. As Mason goes to an up back, will now be your lead blocker. DV trying to follow him, and he will get run out of bounds across the 15 to about the 14-yard line. Gain of 4. Before the next play, let's pause for station ID. You're listening to the Auburn High School Sports Network, presented by the Orthopedic Clinic.
Wings 94.3 is an Auburn Network station, part of the Radio Alabama family. WGZZ and WGZZ HD, Waverly, Auburn, Opelika.
Welcome to Duck Sanford Stadium here in Auburn, Alabama. Scott Bagwell joined by Rob Pate, Jack Hudden up in the press box here at Duck Sanford. Drew Forehand back in the Auburn Network studios. 2nd down and 6. Jaden Griffin into the game. Arson will read it. Griffin will take it. And he's going to run behind his pads and get hit right at the line of scrimmage. He'll fight forward for about a gain of 2 on the play. 3rd down and about 3 or 4 coming.
Not a name that we get to call a lot, Jaden Griffin, but when he comes in, he's noticeable. He's explosive. You can tell he'll be the next one in line that will get a lot of carries for Auburn football going forward, and he's going to be a good one.
Him and Flakes next year will be seniors. They'll be at the top to start, but so Omar Mapson right behind it. Anthony Wheat has looked good when given some opportunities. A lot of talent in the backfield for Auburn High School. 3rd down and 4 here with 8:10 left to go in the game. Jaden Griffin has it, and he's going to bounce outside, makes 1 guy miss. He stays on his feet across the 5-yard line to about the 4-yard line, and it's going to be a gain of about 8 on the play. 1st down and goal coming as a Dothan player lost their helmet and a Dothan player is down.
Yeah, and the player that lost his helmet, adamant with the official, that Auburn had hands to the face and ripped it off. And the official just looked at him. He didn't think that was the case or never saw it. So I don't know.
Let's send it. We'll go ahead and send it to break here. We'll be back in 30 seconds. Auburn leads 42-14 here with 6 minutes left to go in the 4th quarter. You're listening to the Auburn High School Sports Network, presented by the Orthopedic Clinic.
Jaden Griffin, run picked up 8 yards for Auburn High, 1st down.
Arson into the game once again. Griffin off to the right. Here comes motion, and it's a handoff. No, it's Davis Harsin keeping it. He'll get vertical. Is he into the end zone? No. He's just shy at the goal line. 1st down and goal coming now. Or 2nd down and goal coming now. Also got some subs in. Hugh Bodiford into the game. Jaden Warren into the game. Clint Womack into the game. As well as Will Ward. As for the most part, Auburn High has their second team in at the offensive line spot in the skill position.
Yeah, everywhere, all across the board. Nobody that's in the game started this game. They're knocking on the door right here, 2nd and goal from the 1.
Noah Branyan also into the game. Anthony Wheat is your running back, and Davis Harson will keep it. And that time he's going to be into the end zone from 1 yard out. Davis Harson makes it 48-14 with 5:09 left to go here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, Davis wanted that one. He had 2 opportunities, and he wasn't going to be denied. He's done a really good job here in the second half of just staying on cue, coming in and not moving backwards, not he's being really efficient and just leading these guys with his opportunity.
The extra point is on his way. Oh no, that one was yanked and not not good. It looked like that one best just came across the ball on that one. 48-14 is our score here with 5:09 left to go, as the Tigers are on their way to an impressive win, and more so on top of an impressive win, an impressive second half.
Well, I don't think Dothan has a first down in the second.
They don't.
Yep.
They got one on a penalty. They got one on but they have not earned one yet.
So, just the ability to go into the locker room and create some adjustments for a team that was, had found something, be able to adjust out of that and figure it out. That's important. That's the makeup of coaching staffs that are able to keep their team winning, put those guys in position to be successful. So that's just a great job by this defensive staff, and the offense has been clicking all night. They've just been able to maintain it. They showed a lot of maturity tonight to be able to just keep the throttle down.
The Goog will kick off as he will approach. He'll kick it away, and tell you what, the Auburn offense, 8 drives, 7 touchdowns. Their only non-touchdown drive was because of the half. They've also kicked it into the end zone every single time. Jack, what was that drive?
Scott, it was 10 plays, 66 yards. The Tigers go. Of course, Davis Hart's 2-yard run. Tigers were very methodical that drive. 10, 10, 11, 10, 10, and finally 2 on a couple of yardages for you there. So lots of big chunk plays on that drive, but of course Davis Hartson gets a big touchdown run. Scott.
Thanks, Jack. You say methodical. I was thinking, 5, 6, 4, 7, 8, 10, 10, 10. I'm good to know where your standard is right now. Auburn High School will send 2 players into the neutral zone, and unfortunately that is illegal. So on all sides, it'll be first down and 5.
Auburn trying to get a couple of new guys in there, and they're not accustomed to that the pre-snap movement that the entire Auburn or the entire offense goes through as they're getting set in their formation.
This will be interesting. I don't know how much the linebackers and the defensive the backfield are still in the game, because if you don't practice against this look, I'm not sure how it's overly fair to go in and play against this look.
I agree.
That's going to be a gain of about 4 on 1st and 5, second down coming up.
Yeah, just the way that everything gets crossed, the physical nature that this offense attacks you downhill, and if you haven't been addressing that all week in film preparation, and those guys have, but they just haven't gotten the reps in practice.
We'll say this: some of the JV guys that have dressed and might get a chance to play, they did go play a JV game against Dothan, where no, they did not have any prep for this offense, and go down and play on a Monday night. Quarterback sweep off to the left for Peterson. Wow. Nice job by a corner or an outside backer to spill it, and it's going to be no gain on the play.
It was Pete Davis. It was a beautiful play. He came up and got underneath the blockers and maintained outside leverage, took out the outside leg, and you could put that on a coaching clinic right there and teach run support from the corner. He just did outstanding work out there at that corner position.
DJ Witcher checks in, and it's a little bit of confusion on who needed to come out. Andre Amelia's finally with. It looks like we can, as we hit under 4 minutes, kind of start thinking about what next week is going to be and what Auburn High School is going to need to do to take advantage and to pull off the upset. Counter action into almost what looked like a speed option. No gain on the play. In fact, we'll also yards 4th down coming up.
No let up for this defense. Game pretty much in hand, and third and 1, 3rd and 2, and that defense is still coming hard. Linebackers there to make the play, and Dothan this time look like they're going to go for it.
3:18 left to go here. Tigers lead this one 48-14. Dothan going for it on 4th down and about 1. As Dothan goes no play, and now they'll call a timeout with 3:02 left to go here and try to decide what they want to do. We'll be back in 30 seconds. Tigers lead 48-14. You're listening to the Auburn High School Sports Network, presented by the Orthopedic Clinic. Quarterback power off the left side. Not a lot of push, but it looks like the runner's going to get what he needed in first down yardage. As Jack, I'll let you, I know the scores, but I'll let you give the scores.
Bring it to me, man. So looking on the other side of this bracket, it's going to be Central and Enterprise. Central up on Enterprise 31-8 right now, so likely Auburn going to get a date with the devil in that one. Hewitt, Trustful, and Hoover on top, big 28-5 fourth quarter. And finally, Vestavia Hills did score, tried to go for 2. Thompson leading that one 14-12 after that was unsuccessful. That one in, I believe, the fourth quarter. Is that right, Scott? You got over there?
Yep. As an inside give, breaking a couple of tackles to about the 39-yard line, gain of about 8 on the play. Those scores brought to you by Franklin Tire and Auto, friendly service from Franklin on East University Drive across from CC's Pizza in Auburn. And now it's time to rotate in a bunch of guys for this Auburn defensive staff. The other thing is hey, you know what? A couple less hits as we head towards this Central game.
Now, we got to rotate a kid back out because of the do-rag is showing again.
Checking into the game at linebacker is Jackson Laverne. Sweep out to the outside as linebackers are flying around for Auburn. Nice carry on the play as that was Peterson. Now Trexel and Delvin Tarver will get to check in.
Yeah, good job there from run support from those safeties that are still in there. You got pretty much second unit guys manning the front 7. You've got your starting 4 out in the secondary that are still in.
1:10 left to go here, and again, just an off tackle. Hello, that's Marquise Washington into the backfield, and saw a linebacker come up and hit somebody with a full head of steam, as that's going to be a loss of about 1 or 2 on the play.
Yeah, that was a great contact. I mean, just at the point of attack right there, being physical. Really nice job, it looked like, by Marquise Washington, and again, Pete Davis coming in from the edge.
I think that was Ty Hudson and Wyatt Trexler who helped fill the hole on that one.
And Ty's going to be a good football player. He's covered kicks well, and until he's got a nose for the football.
Fake on the end around, throw it deep, trying to find a receiver. Has a receiver. DJ Witcher is able to run him out of bounds to the 30-yard line. That's going to be a gain of 27 on the play. First down, Dothan with 23 seconds left.
Yeah, just caught those guys looking in the backfield right there, and a nice play call. Dothan probably should have gone to that earlier in the game. That was a nifty little play, but Auburn's able to rally to the ball, get him out of bounds, and see if we can't prevent him from scoring here with 23 seconds left.
I want to go ahead and finish this second half shutout as this defensive group has earned it. But got to go out and finish it here on the last couple of plays. In the single wing set is Dothan. And it's just a sweep out to the left side, and they got some room out there. And going to run out of bounds is the quarterback that will stop the clock with 16 seconds left, out to about the 14-yard line gain of about actually that's going to be to the 16-yard line gain of 14 on the play.
Yeah, they got just more guys out there than we had defenders, and did a good job of getting the edge. And that was their go-to guy all first half, Raymond Blackman. And, their best run probably of the second half.
Yeah, Blackman in and finishing up this game. The senior has had a heck of a senior season. Little sweep out to the left side. Auburn does a good job of getting people originally to it, but then the running back able to break a couple tackles out to about the 1-yard line, the 2-yard line. And it's going to be a first down and goal, and Dothan wants one last opportunity to punch it into the end zone with the season. And they'll call a timeout with 6.4 left to go here in the fourth quarter. Central adds another one on. We can go ahead and say that what next week matchup is going to be. Central leads Enterprise by 30 points in the fourth quarter. It's going to be Auburn at Central for the 4th time in 4 years. It's Auburn and Central in the Final Four. Whoever has won the regular season matchup, turn around and won the playoff. There's only been one team to win a road game. Well, check that. I take that back. I was going to say there was only been one team to win a road matchup. That's not true. Central beat Auburn right here last year. It's been all Central outside of that 2020 season when Auburn High School beat them at their place after getting down big and then beating them here in the Final Four. But Auburn High School, they wanted a second opportunity. Where they're going to get it against the Red Devils as both these teams have a very solid performance here on the second round. Auburn trying to pitch the second half shutout. And Auburn's going to jump offside, so the ball will be moved up half a yard.
Well, to end the first half, Dothan had a penalty that ended up working against Auburn, and maybe this time being closer for whatever reason it goes against them offensively. But I think they're going to try to play some power football right here and see if they can end just
if you're an Auburn defensive player, if they hand the ball to somebody besides zero, so be it. But I would key in on Blackman. Blackman will have it going to the left side and had a guy there, D. Todd, but not able to make the play. And that's going to be your final here tonight. Your final score is 48-20. Auburn High School wins this one and will advance once again to the Final Four for the 4th year in a row. Tigers will go play the Red Devils in the Final Four. It's been the same 4 teams for 4 years. The question is does Thompson continue to make it 4-4? Does Vestavia pull off the big upset? We come back on the other side of this break. We will have the Southern Union State Community College postgame show. Tigers win 48-20 and head to the Final Four once again. You're listening to the Auburn High School Sports Network presented by the Orthopedic Clinic.
Using meth taught me everything about freedom, only not like you think. It taught me how easy it is to lose your freedom, how meth can take control until you find yourself doing whatever meth tells you to do. Before you get there, while you still can, take a stand for yourself. If you feel yourself losing your freedom to meth, ask for help. Accept the help. It's worth it. You have the power to be truly free and be the person you want to be. I know. I'm Jan, and I'm free from meth.
If you or someone you know is struggling with meth, call 1-800-662-HELP for 24-hour free and confidential treatment referral. Learn more at samhsa.gov/meth.
Performing on stage takes mental and physical preparation. But one thing I never thought to prepare for was cervical cancer. 91% of cervical cancers are caused by the human papillomavirus, or HPV. For many people, HPV hides inside them and they never develop symptoms. But for others, HPV links directly to cancer. My cancer almost ended my career. It almost ended me. The good news is there are vaccines that can protect you or your children from cancer. The HPV vaccine is recommended for 11 to 12-year-olds, and a catch-up vaccine may be an option for teens and young adults. Talk to your doctors. You don't want HPV hiding inside your body like HPV has been hiding inside this commercial. Did you see all of them? Go to thinkaboutthelink.org to look again and learn more. Together, we can stop cancer before it starts.
Hello and welcome to AHS Final. I'm your host, Max Mesman, and I'm joined by co-host Levi Benefield. And wow, Auburn was able to surely close that one out after a close first half. Auburn was able to close it out with a score of 48-20 in the second half, moving on to the Final Four matchup, which looks like it's going to be Central. But I'll break it down for you in the scores across the state. Hoover and Hewitt-Trussville just went final. Hoover won that game 28-5. It was 7-0 early on, but Hoover really shut them up really quick. So Hoover will play the winner of a game that looks really close down in Thompson still. Can you give me an update on that?
Yeah, number 10 Vestavia Hills is losing to number 3 Thompson late in the fourth, 14-12, but it's still anyone's game.
Yeah, that would be, once again, a huge upset if Vestavia Hills was able to pull that one off. Like I said, the winner would play, I think, at Hoover, but with the way it works with distance traveled and stuff, you never know. And then Central, the game, like I said, Auburn will be playing the winner of that game. Central won that game, or not won that game. They're winning that game 38-8. Start of the fourth quarter. Looks like Central is going to pull that one out. So we're looking at a repeat of last year's matchup, Auburn at Central for the Final Four matchup as Auburn continues its crest for the state championship. Some key highlights from the second half here. Ian Nation, like I said, he broke that record in the first half. He also had a very solid second half. He had 2 receiving touchdowns in the second half and helped carry Auburn to victory. What would you say are some positives for these teams, both these teams looking forward after this game?
For Auburn, they scored every drive except that last one in the first half. And for Dothan, there wasn't really much positive, but they came in the game really strong.
Yeah, if you look at Dothan, the first half really was, up and down for both teams. They were going back and forth. And I expected at least Dothan to score at least, a couple times in the second half. They only scored once, and it was in garbage time late in the fourth quarter. And so, yeah, negatives for both teams. Dothan, they did not score once in the second half until, the very last play where they scored a rushing touchdown. And they also, on the other side of it, they allowed Auburn to score on every single drive in the second half. And so, yeah, not much positives for Dothan. Looking on the next season, they have a good team. Like, they're a very young team. They started in 2019. But, yeah, you got to play the entire game if you're Dothan. And then if you're Auburn, there's not much negatives about this game. They had 2 missed field goals. They had a missed extra point and a missed field goal late in the first half. But other than that, they played basically perfect on both sides of the ball. And that's going to do it for HS Final. I hope y'all enjoyed. And be sure, this is actually our last football broadcast of the year if the Central score goes final. But be sure to go to Phoenix City and support your Auburn Tigers as they'll take on number 2 Central in Phoenix City in the 7A Final Four next Friday.